Welcome, everyone, back to another episode of United Adventure Company presents Tyranny of Dragons, Rise of Tiamat. Yes, we are back. Everyone's done with school. Everyone is back here, done with family vacations, and we are ready for the last, looks like 3 episodes to wrap this one up. So, hey, thanks everybody for being patient. All of the players are back. We've got Shrike and Garo and Smug and Diamond. Everybody's back. I'm back. We're really super excited to be here. It's been a long week for me personally, but I know that you all out there in YouTube land have been waiting quite a while for this. So,
Yes.
you know, we're here. Thanks for being patient with us. In the meantime, if you check out the description down in the underneath this here video, you can find out all the stuff that you missed by joining our Discord server. Yeah, just click on the link down there and join the Discord server. You can be a part of the show behind the scenes, talk to the players and myself and all the other fans of the United Adventure Company. And then if you want to go the extra mile, help us grow this channel just a little bit more, buy some modules, books, prizes, gifts, giveaways, things like this nifty, handy dandy dice tray from Richard Brooks Woodworking. It's really good and it rolls really well. You can help us by joining the Patreon page. That link too down in the description. Anything from $2 on up helps this channel grow every month. Thanks so much to our current Patreon supporters. That's Aaron, Nathan, Two Wolf Design, and Lord Thorin. Thanks so much to the 4 of you for being long time Patreon supporters now for over 6 months each. So thanks so much. We love you so very much. Hey, enough with me rambling. I think everybody here wants to play some
Yes.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, thanks also for showing up like 7 hours off schedule so that we could manage this.
Yes,
We're
yes,
very
that's
happy to
true.
be flying now.
That's true. We had to make some adjustments to the schedule. So if you're tuning in,
Yes.
this is not our normal time. Usually we are here at noon on Saturdays, but this week we had to make some adjustments to the schedule. So thanks for being here.
And if you join the Discord, you'll be informed as to when there may be schedule changes.
Good point. Good point indeed. Hey, when we last left our superhero Dungeons and Dragons characters, that's Owen, Garo, Teo, and Donnar, the 4 badasses of dragon slaying, if you will. They had received an unexpected message while in Waterdeep. And it was from an individual. He said, you don't know me, but we can help each other. Immeasurably, I'm sure. My name is Iskander, and I made a terrible mistake in joining the Cult of the Dragon. The cult's horrifying plans are sure to bring doom to all. But I could stop those plans with your help. Rescue me from the cult's clutches, and I will deliver to you the prize of all prizes, the Blue Dragon Mask. Without it, Severin faces an insurmountable setback in his effort to call forth Tiamat back to our world. The mask is here in Xonthal's tower, being studied and guarded by only a handful of wizards, including myself, of course. The danger of my treason becoming known grows with every passing day, and if I'm discovered, I'll surely be killed. So, please, for the sake of everyone and everything that you value, hurry, come to my aid. And with that, our adventurers took up their mounts, loaded their packs, said goodbye to the Council of Waterdeep, and hurried off under the Cloak of Darkness, off to the forest, kind of the area between the Forgotten Forest and the Grey Peak Mountains. And when they arrived, they saw the tower looming in the distance over the village, spread out along the edge of a hedge maze. The village is all around the tower. I think you corresponded back and forth with Isker a little bit. And he told you to meet him at the front of the hedge maze, and he would help you get through, I believe is what he said.
Yeah, there was some mention of meeting him, definitely. outside the hedge mage.
Yes. I believe you camped that night as you arrived and set a watch. Nothing exciting happens. The next day dawns. You can hear the sights and sounds of the village coming to life. Morning cook fires are starting. Garo puts a rumble in your stomach as you smell the fresh ham steaks being slapped on the cast iron skillets.
Mm. I'll have mine with a honey drizzle, please.
Yes, somewhere in this village, a baker bakes some sweet buns. You can definitely make them out as you prepare to head down into the village towards the maze or the hedges outside of the tower.
Huh. Gotta say, I like the smell of this place.
How do you all
Kind of,
approach?
kind of smells like cedar to me.
Hmm. I smell
All right.
something cooking.
So, Donnar is generally concerned that, like, if there's a tower, presumably there are people looking, and if we, like, presumably they're looking for, people moving, like, high up. So if we can approach, like, through a forest or in a way that we can keep ourselves low to the ground, we will hopefully be able to go under their notice.
I will post again in the Discord for you all.
Yeah, remind me
Because
what this place looks like.
It's been a minute, so I'll throw this in there. This tower looms hundreds of feet tall and is the largest thing in the area, except for the mountains set behind it. So, there's no forest. The village lies outside the line of hedges. Oh, it would help if I was in the right Discord channel, y'all. Now,
What are the odds of this village around a magical hedge mage around a magical tower is just a normal, nice group of friendly villagers?
So our odds of not being seen are not that high.
No, you're gonna have to probably make your way through the village to get to the hedge maze, and it's not a sure way around, like to the backside, or because it's just straight up against the mountains.
Sneaking's never exactly been our strong suit.
It hasn't, no. So I suppose we should head to the village. And it's like, I'm not immediately suspicious of everyone there, but I'm on guard. I'm pretty sure the people who live here, like who have chosen to live here, have a reason to do so beyond just the scenery.
Right. So heading down through the village, the morning sights and sounds. Yeah, the villagers look like normal village folk. Actually, do I have some village folk music? Yes, actually we do. We have some village music. Here, let's put on the village music. No, I'm not talking about that song.
Please don't tell me this music is from the village people.
No, it's. Can you all hear that?
Young men. Yeah,
I
got it.
A nice little village morning. As you stroll through, children begin to play, and mothers are opening the windows, and fathers are shooing the cats out and dogs out.
I'm totally trying to be as stealthy as possible.
Okay.
Donnar is too, but like he knows that no matter how hard he tries, he won't have that much success. So I'm not like, but I'm I'm moving sort of not in a way that I'm trying to hide my presence, but like I'm trying not to look suspicious.
before we do all of this, what I think I'm going to do is whisper for Donnar to come over to me for a second.
All right, I will do that.
I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder, and I am going to cast invisibility on him.
I see.
Oh, wow. That's a neat trick there.
In that case, Donnar gives you a thumbs up that you can't see. And will follow quietly.
Awesome. Awesome.
Ooh, I see the picture. That is quite a hedge maze.
Has anyone been able to check the YouTube and make sure that we have both sides of audio on the YouTube? I think we do, but I just want to make sure before we have to go through all this again.
Internet.
We're good.
OBS looks like we do, so okay, that's confirmation. Thank you for confirming. All right. There are no maps for this section for you all, only for me. So, all right. As you make your way down this gentle, winding path through the village, and you get closer and closer to this row of hedges, you notice that there's a makeshift fence, maybe some 20 yards ahead of these hedges. They're tall, 10, 15 feet tall hedges. But it looks like the villagers have built some kind of makeshift fence along in front of it. And the buildings stop another probably 50 yards from the fence. They are keeping their distance from this for some reason. There are some older buildings here that are run down and in disrepair. Don't look like they've been used in quite some time.
Where's this delightful smell of baked goods coming from?
Oh yeah, easily enough you can find that as you walk by.
All right, Garo will try not to be too suspicious, being a large bugbear, but he'll buy a quick breakfast from someone in town. And what's their reaction to me? I wonder.
They seem friendly, but a little standoffish.
All right. Well, Garo just gives them his big old bugbear smile and pays them for the food and eats as we walk.
All right.
Yeah, happily take your coin for sure. Anyone else want to interact with any of the locals here?
I mean, there is one thing Donnar would like to buy, but I'm pretty sure having a disembodied voice wander into the shop and begin striking up conversation would not be a good idea. So instead, I'm going to ask Teo if he could go into the general store and buy 10 instances of 50 feet of hempen rope.
10 lengths of
50 feet of hempen rope. For maze navigation purposes.
Oh.
Does it need to be rope, or will string work?
String would work too. I don't know if they sell string.
Yeah, you can get a 500-foot ball of twine, we'll say.
All right.
They use it for running fences and hedge farm roads and things like that. So yeah, that's a pretty common thing. I won't scoff at that.
So I think we should get that as a way to tell where we have already been in the maze, which will hopefully help us if we are forced to navigate it without aid.
That is a wonderful idea, wherever you are, Donnar. I just so happen to have already had on my character sheet, or on me, and I reach into a pocket and I pull out a ball of string.
Nice.
Convenient.
Couple of the young children, they're playing in the street. They stop and they come up, obviously recognizing you for the hero types that you are, warriors, whatnot. Strangers in town, they go, You folks, are you folks going to the tower?
No,
Well,
no, we're not going to the tower. We're on a secret mission. Shh. Don't tell anybody. We're on the lookout for a flock of snipe. We are told they are in the area. Very dangerous. You don't want to get near them. So we are only on a mission to see if we can locate them. We're told they're around here somewhere.
Yeah. Well, don't go in the maze. You'll never come out. My cousin, he went in there. We never saw him again. We think the dragon ate him.
no, we hate mazes.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did. Yeah, no, we'll stay clear of any maze or anything like that. That's not. If you see any snipe, don't tell anybody, okay? Just mum's the word.
What if we see the dragon?
My best advice is if you see the dragon, run away.
Yeah, we usually do, but I just didn't know if you wanted us to tell you.
Oh, just run really fast.
Okay.
As fast as you can.
Okay. Thanks, mister. Good luck on your snipe hunt. And they
Thank you.
run off. As they turn to run, they run into this kind of old, disheveled-looking man. Very wrinkly skin and wiry, wild hair. His eyes are matted, almost shut. Whacking things around with a stick, trying to find his way, muttering to himself, almost incomprehensible.
Oh, there.
Who's that?
Oh, hey there, old timer. Just passing through town.
He reaches out, touches you for a second, jumps back. It's a furry one. It's hairy.
Oh, don't mind that. I might be furry, but I'm real friendly.
Oh, you're friendly, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Who are you friends with? You're not friends with them, are you?
Oh, I don't think so. I'm not from around here. I'm just friends with these folks here, gesturing towards the party.
Folks. So there's more than one of you, huh? It's gonna take you all. It'll take all of you. Don't end up like me. Don't end up like me. Don't go alone.
Don't go. Are you saying that we shouldn't go into the maze? A lot of people have been saying that. Again, we don't like mazes. We hate them.
But great glory is found at the center of the maze. Don't you want glory? The greatest treasures, the greatest riches. My young heart's desire was there. I almost had it. Almost had it. Almost had it. Almost had it. And he just starts repeating that over and over, kind of getting a little shaky and
maybe I'll press a gold piece into his hand and say, "You take care, old timer. Don't worry. We're not going to go messing with any maidens. That's for sure. No glory for us. Nope."
In the most persuasive tone of voice that I can muster, I'm going to say, it would be best if you just, I don't know, forgot we were even here.
Who's that? Who's that? A new voice. I hear him. Did you bring it? My heart's desire, did you bring it? Did you find it already? You've returned?
Your heart's desire.
Where is it? Where is she?
What is your heart's desire? Perhaps I have it already.
Ah, too many years have passed. Surely it's gone by now, but the only way to find it is to get it from the center.
Perhaps you should tell us what it is.
Oh, you'll know when you see it. It's only... Hi, dog. Dog is saying hello, everyone. He missed you as well.
Oh.
It's only shown to those who know it before they see it. He's not making any sense.
Yeah, Garo looks very confused and just glances at Teo. I don't know what to do with that information.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, we used to have those back home all the time. We used to give them out at parties. Oh, geez, if I'd known that's what you were looking for, I could have brought one from home. Well, I guess we'll just have to see what we can find, but we'll keep our eyes open for it.
Thank you. Thank you, my friends. Good luck to you.
But remember, don't tell anybody we were here. You understand, don't you?
I don't even know who you are. How could I tell them you were here? Good luck. I hope you come back. I hope you come back. Find it. Find it.
Huh. Well, that wasn't unsettling at all.
And he kind of shambles off, bounces into a couple of barrels and crates, and then knocks his stick around. He finds his way, and up the winding path he goes deeper into the village, leaving you behind.
I don't trust him. Not for a second.
Yeah, there's a lot of strange temptation about this maze, it seems. I wonder if the person that we're meeting with knows anything about it.
Well, we should track down Iskander as quickly as we can.
Well, let's find that entrance.
Indeed.
All right. And you follow the winding path. You get to the fence, and you see what looks like an opening in the hedges ahead on the other side of the fence. The hedges look overgrown and unkempt. They haven't been trimmed, it looks like, for a very long time, but there's definitely kind of an archway there. And you step closer and closer, and then just as about the time you're ready to step in, sorry, I'm having to catch up. I'm a little bit behind too. You hear you see movement high up on the tower. It looks like a man in black robes standing on a balcony, waving something over his head, like a scarf or something, perhaps. Maybe it's not. You roll a perception, see if you can kind of make out what it is.
Let's do it. How do I roll again? Okay, never mind.
Oh,
We have
and
two
you are
people who can see and two people
enraptured
who can't.
by the hedges. You haven't seen growth like this. It's amazing. It's beautiful.
Glad to know I can still roll ones.
Teo, you don't see this, but Garo and Donnar, it's blue and it's shining. Whatever it is he's waving, it's reflecting light, and you can tell that it's blue. And you
Blue
hear,
scarf?
huh? What's that?
I was just musing. Blue scarf, and you're after a blue mask.
We're after a blue mask. But I'm also pretty sure if he knows what that is, he would be smarter than to wave it around.
And about that time, you hear a voice on the wind as it's just as familiar as the message that you heard in your head when you read this note back in Waterdeep. It said, "Heroes! They saw you in the village. I've taken the mask, but they realize it is missing within minutes. Look for me beneath the tower, for it's the only place I have a chance to hide. This is the key that will help you." He speaks loudly, holds the mask up a second time, a second item also alongside of it, like a glimmering hourglass, perhaps. The rest of you hear this and look up and see it. "I'll leave it behind after its use, but others may find it before you do. You must hurry." He looks over his shoulder as another figure suddenly dashes out onto the balcony. A flash of blades and a spell of fire erupts on the balcony, and the figure who spoke pitches his attacker over the railing and dashes back inside.
Oh,
Okay.
Iskander's got some moves at least.
Yeah, so I'm going to, now that, I don't even care if they see me or not. I'm going to cast Detect Magic. I don't have time to ritual cast it, so I'm going to use a spell slot for it. And I wanted to see, is there, like, some specific magic that would stop me from flying? Because if there isn't, I'm going to fly up to the, like, I'm going to bring the party with me and fly up to the tower.
You see that there is above, around, and everything, you see what appears to be a magical stone wall blocking your ability to go up or over.
I should have suspected that. Alright, looks like we have to go through.
Let's go and be quick.
Right. And as you dash in to
I mean,
the hedges,
Donnar is going to insist on still using the string.
I hand
Sure,
the ball. I hand the ball of string over to Donnar.
Donnar is going to like spool out the string as we go, just to try and help us out.
Think we should tie it to something, like the entrance.
Yeah. Donnar will do that quickly, like tie it to a branch or something.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, into the maze we go. Was never good at mazes. The sewers were mazes, but still never was good at them.
you travel in and you can see the tower straight ahead of you, above the hedge wall, looming over the entire hedges. But the way the path curves, you're not sure which way to go. You've reached an intersection. In the center of the intersection stands a sundial. The shadow from its the shadow of it is pointing straight toward the tower, which is very odd because the sun is not behind you. Your shadows point in the proper direction. Only the sundial shadow points ahead.
Can we move the sundial? Like, can I pick it up and grab it, or is it?
No,
like,
it is a
to the ground?
giant obelisk, basically.
Okay.
It's a giant sundial. It is anchored to the ground, cannot be moved or shifted. There are 8 paths that lead out of this area. The entrances to each are identical in their visual appearance, which basically is just
boy.
edges.
Well,
just
I mean, does
cut
the sundial
edges.
point towards one of them?
The sundial is pointed towards the tower. Let me pull up my sundial map. Hang on.
Can we see the tower from where we are, or are there
Yes, you
lamps
can
and stuff
see the
overhead?
tower
Okay.
looming above.
It looms.
Basically, you have the 4 cardinal directions, north, south, east, west, and then the secondary directions. So northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest.
Which, fun fact, are called the ordinal directions.
Hmm.
I mean, I feel like going this straightforward would be too easy of an answer, but like we should probably like check these off one by one. I can't think of any specific reason to favor one over the other.
There, I put a map of the sundial intersection in the Discord for you all.
Or,
Might help you keep track of
which way did we come? Like, did we come
So
from?
this isn't pointing.
You came
The
from-
sundial is
what's that?
pointing where people are. The sundial isn't pointing down a particular one. It's just pointing toward the tower.
Yes.
Okay.
You came from E.
All right.
Echo.
And which way does this pointer on the sundial point?
It looks as though, to my eye, it's a little hard to tell. And it doesn't necessarily say. So if I'm reading the sundial map correctly, it looks as if it is currently pointing towards B.
Let's give that a try first.
Yeah, worth a shot.
Wizards tend to be clever.
Yeah, it's like, I feel like that answer is too easy, but then we might as well try the thing that seems too easy.
Got to pick
right.
one of them.
Yep.
All right, you head towards B. So you come in through E and you head towards B. Oh, I'm sorry. It did say, I just didn't scroll down far enough. I'm sorry, the sundial shadow is pointing at A.
Okay.
Right. A
Well,
instead.
Same answer as before. We will. go
Okay, so
towards
follow
A.
the sundial. Okay.
Yes.
Is there anything?
Our string, we will double back.
Can I maybe just ask? So the shadow that's being cast by the sundial, it points differently than other shadows. Garo's a shadow monk. I mean, if I step in that shadow, is there any strange feeling at all, or is it just kind of like a regular shadow?
Feels like a regular shadow.
Seems like a regular shadow, although it's clearly not. Well, he just follows the rest.
All right. As you go through this, the shadow points at A. It leads you to another 8-pointed intersection with another sundial.
Oh boy.
I think.
So is
Let me just double
it another intersection or is it the same intersection?
If it were the same, then we would run into our string again. So I'm going to say it's probably a different one.
I think I hear the Kokiri Woods soundtrack playing in the background. No, just kidding.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, I played Zork. I'm having flashbacks of Amazing Zork.
Right.
Nice.
But I asked if it was a different intersection or the same one.
I always thought the answers to all mazes was right, right, left, left, up, up, down, down, start. Or A, B, A, B, A, B, A, start.
I wonder if we can just well, actually, no, guess not. Never mind.
So this sundial is in this intersection. Which way does it point?
Okay. That's what I had to do. Actually, this is not a sundial. Sorry. I read that wrong. This leads you into a long hedgerow with a single 10-foot wide path. It's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 feet long. Sorry. It's a lot of scrolling for me. And ahead of you, you see a bubbling fountain filling the pathway. Large, bright flowers grow in the hedges on both sides of the fountain, each blossom shimmering in the light. Garo, you're excited by this because the air smells particularly fresh and sweet in this area.
Oh yeah, this is a real pretty spot. Smells good too. I think we must be on.
Is this a dead end, or can we?
You can go through the. You can go end to end. That's the only way you can go, or you can go back the way you came.
Is the fountain at one end, or is it?
It's in the center.
Okay. I vote we haven't exhausted this path yet. Let's keep going, but do not touch the fountain in the center.
Is your detect magic still on? Is it?
It lasts for a minute, so I don't know.
Okay.
Probably not. It's probably been more than a minute.
Well, best to probably assume that everything here is a trap, so I'll not touch
that's what
anything.
I'm assuming. So.
Although I do really want to pick one of these pretty flowers.
Yeah, like normally I keep detect magic on at all times because it's a ritual, but casting a ritual takes 10 minutes, and we're in a rush.
That's right. Okay. Well, I'm not good at thinking, so I'll just follow you smart ones.
Garo, your interest is piqued by these flowers. They do smell good. You kind of lean forward to sniff one of them, and you see the shimmeriness, the reflective prettiness of it. There's actually a pearl sitting center of the flower. The most beautiful, perfect pearl you've ever seen.
Wow. Garo gets close. He's still sniffing. He says, I'm just sniffing. I'm not gonna touch it. Although he feels the strong urge to do it. Have you guys ever seen anything like this?
I haven't, and that's what worries me.
Don't touch it.
Okay. Garo will try to resist that urge. But
And we're back. Sorry about that interruption, everybody. I hope you're still with us. Not sure exactly what happened, but here on the production side, everything just froze, and I had to reboot the system. So we are back. Hopefully, I'm still trying to get a couple other things back online, like the background music and that sort of stuff. But I wanted to go ahead and get us back in.
Show business, folks.
Yeah,
you know?
the show must go on. Dog is, man, I tell you what, dog missed the streaming. Hey, buddy.
I bet. He wants to take down Tiamat as much as anyone.
Do you miss everybody?
Hey, Balder.
Yeah. So.
Great name. Great name.
Put me in there, Dad. Put me in there.
Goodness. You all hear this?
I see that tail.
Say hi. Okay. Hi. I'm petting you. Okay. I'm not ignoring you. I pet you. Now go away. All right. I think when we died there, you were investigating a pearly centered flower, and
yeah, Garo was getting pretty close to it, sniffing it but not touching, and was mentioning how exquisite it seemed, but the rest of the party seems pretty adamant about moving on, and so he will as well.
Okay. There, I think that's I got the music back. Now we're cooking with Petro, y'all. Cool. And the path as you get through past the fountain, it curves along this big long path, leads you around, and all right, it opens up into another area. This center, the center of this area is 80-foot square courtyard. There's a circular pool of water about 60 foot across. The water is dark and murky, reducing the visibility to about 1 foot in depth. A garnet gemstone hovers 1 foot above the pool, directly center. Another path leaves the area through a hedge wall on the far side of the pool, directly opposite of the side you entered.
All right. I vote we shuffle sideways around the pool and keep going, because this sounds like a trap.
No, never.
Oh,
Yeah.
But you don't. Garo's like, oh, but you don't think that garnet seems important? Like, what if it's the key and then we get there and we don't have it?
We can come back.
Yeah, we can come back. I think that's less likely than it being cursed.
I don't know. I mean, it's there floating in the murky pool. They probably don't expect anyone to be able to get to it, but I think that maybe we could.
How far away from the edge of the pool is the gemstone?
The pool is about 60 feet across, and the gemstone is directly center of the pool, hovering 1 foot above the surface of the water.
So it's about 30 feet away.
Yep.
Doesn't exactly look like your regular water, but if I get a good hustle going, I can step across this pond, no problem.
Dude, you can fly. Just fly a few inches above the water.
See, Jem, we can go get that we can go get that in a much less dangerous way.
Indeed.
Well, I was thinking about that, and my thought was that I don't know, if we were to activate my magical boots, I guess I could just give it a try right now. If I try floating a little bit up off the ground, is everything fine?
How high are you going? Just
like 1 foot off the ground with
Yeah.
my winged boots. Okay, so far so good. Don't have to touch the water then. Are you sure I shouldn't just go grab it?
Am I sure you shouldn't? I have a very strong feeling that this is not a good idea.
Well, if you say so, Donnar, I don't know. Something tells me that's just what the wizards want us to think, but they're in my head. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna go with what you think, because
Yes.
I can't deal with this.
Okay. So you decide not to go after the gemstone?
If Garo wants to go do it, I'm not going to physically stop him, but I don't think it's a good idea.
Garo's gonna go with what the party thinks.
Right.
They seem against it, so
I don't trust anything here.
That's fair. Although at some point, we're probably gonna have to trust something.
I will trust an open hole on the other side.
All right. Well, I'll leave it be, and Garo will float back to the ground.
All right. As you leave this and the path curves again, you look up and you can still see the tower, not far in the distance, but looming over the hedges. And the path curves left and then right, and you're right back in this chamber that you just left. You feel like maybe you just did a circle.
The garnet chamber.
Yep.
I felt like that only had 2 entrances, so that's a bit odd. Don't it have more than 2 entrances?
No, it only has one, and there's an entrance directly across from you.
And the string.
The string
Yeah.
is right behind you, like where you just came in.
Yeah, but it's not. Alright, so my guess would be that this is a duplicate room.
2. Okay.
Right? If we ran into the string again, that's the only thing I can think of, is that this is a duplicate room.
Or the maze is morphing and circling us back around somehow. It's, mage stuff.
I wonder if wizard magic is advanced enough to account for our ball of twine trick here. Something tells me it might be.
It might be.
I'm going to try to get on my flying broom and attempt the same kind of test that Garo did. Staying about a foot or 2 off the ground. So basically I drop the broom between my legs and sit down on the thing, and not necessarily go any farther up or down. Just kind of sit there.
Yeah, it hovers just fine.
I'm going to test the water, so I'm going to hover over the water, just over the water, and then hover back.
Yeah, it seems fine.
Garo, do you want to follow me here? I'm tempted to. So what we can do, what I'm thinking off, spitballing off the top of my head, is that we move around to the other side. I hover over the water. I use Mage Hand Leisure Domain to grab the garnet, bring it back. It's got a 30-foot range, and we make a run for it.
And I'll hover behind you and grab you just in case something comes out of the water.
Exactly. Just basically got my back, kind of a thing. Should something go wrong. I'm not looking to fly way the heck out over the water here. I'm just looking to get far enough over the water so that I can reach it with Mage Hand.
Yeah. I got your back.
What does the rest of the party think? Seemed like a reasonable plan?
Yeah, I suppose.
Donar's going, yeah, very reasonable.
It seems like a reasonable plan when I'm standing way back here.
Yeah. I mean, it seems exceedingly dangerous, but I know that's never been a problem for you.
Indeed. So that's what I'll attempt. I'll have the rest of the party move around, or we'll all move around to, quote, the other side. My hunch is there's only one side to this room, but we'll see what happens. to the other side, and we'll give this old Garnet Trick Mage Hand Legerdemain thing a go.
Floating bugbear gambit.
All right.
And I'm going to stand as far away as possible while still keeping line of sight.
Okay. Yeah, you're basically just kind of in the entranceway watching this go down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm going to sort of head back, I'm going to head to the intersection that we just came from, and I'm going to peek around the corner and see if the string is still there.
So you're gonna leave the pool area and go back.
Well, no, the pool area is just one room, I assume. So I'm just going to go to the entrance that we got in, go to the entrance in this room the way we came from, and poke my head back and see if I can still see the string.
Oh yeah, the string's there. Yeah.
All right. And then this also seems like a fairly far away place that I could watch in case something goes wrong.
Okay.
What could go wrong? I do this all the time.
All right. As you all float across, you go ahead and cast your mage hand when you get in range and ready to grab that thing and pull it back.
And Garo's ready to grab Teo if anything happens and bring us back to safety, hopefully.
Okay. All right. As the mage hand grabs the gem, the water starts bubbling and popping, and these 4 crustacean type creatures come out surrounding you in a square, their pincers snapping, and they begin to come towards you. As you are surrounded by 4 Tool, they look like giant humanoid lobsters with teeth for pincers.
Never seen anything like this, but this is something I can deal with as Garo gets ready with his fists.
So they will first attack at both of you, 2 on each of you. So there's 2 at Teo and 2 at Garo. Ow, ow. So we've got Teo with a 22 and an 11.
22 hits.
And then Garo with a 21 and a 21.
Those will both hit.
All right, so Teo, you take 10 bludgeoning, and you are grappled.
That's what I was afraid of when I saw those claws.
And then you're a medium creature or a large creature? I can't remember.
I'm a medium creature technically, although I think there's a provision that says I'm medium. Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember how it worked with bugbears for grapple. So, yep. So you 2 are grappled and take 24 bludgeoning damage. I need a DC 14 strength check from each of you to escape.
Good thing I have that belt of hill giant strength, although I bet Teo wishes he had it about now.
Indeed. Yes!
Wow.
Nice.
Both managed to free yourselves. What do you free yourself and you try to fly away?
So, first question is, what's the status of the gem?
The gem is still in your mage hand.
So I'm going to bring it back to me as I...
Wait, hang on just a second. Is mage hand concentration?
That is a wonderful question. So let me just pull up my spells here and double check. It's verbal and semantic.
So it's not a concentration.
So it's not concentration. I don't have to drop concentration.
Okay.
And you said 24
I like
damage.
the drama. I like the drama. All right, cool. Yeah, it's still in your mage hand then.
All right. So we are near the edge of this pool, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And there are 2 things on me and 2 things on Garo, correct?
Donnar and Eohann, you see this happen. These crustaceans jump out of the water, and two grab Garo, one on kind of on each arm, and one of them lunges at Teo, and the other one connects with Teo, grabbing them. But the two of them pull themselves apart. Somehow Garo gets away from both of them. He's slippery when his fur is wet, I guess. I'll go ahead and let you guys take a reaction to this, since you were kind of standing at the ready. I'll allow it this time.
Yeah, I'm going to come running. I'm going to run my full movement speed, which is 30 feet towards them. But
Well, I'm presumably within 120 feet of them, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Well, I'm going to attack.
Our spell sniper.
And when I have a chance, I'm going to try to fly to the other side of the pond. 50-foot movement with fly, or with the broom.
What
Okay.
level are we now? We're level 11?
11.
Lucky number 11.
That's so I get 3 of these now.
Man.
Pew pew
I like
pew.
fire the Eldritch minigun. Eldritch minigun, pretty good, turns out.
So I'll start with the nearest one until it's dead, and then go on to the next, basically.
Super effective. But you blast one of them all 3 times, and it barely looks wounded.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah.
Which one's
That's
Pretty cool.
19, 21, 32 points of damage. Is that correct? Am I reading that correct?
15 plus. What total?
Looks right to me.
Yeah. 40,
good old force damage.
Well, all 3 together is 42 points. Well, how many? Only the second 2 hit, right? Second. Or does all 3 hit?
No, just the second 2. Sorry, yeah.
Second 2? Yeah, okay, so yeah.
15 does not hit. I read it wrong. Sorry. That's
So yeah, 30. I get 31 points, yeah.
31.
Yeah.
All right. We'll call him number 1. All right. Donnar, what are you doing?
I'm going to. Well, first of all, have Teo and Garo gotten clear of the water?
They're about halfway. They've gotten free, and they're making a break for it.
All right. I'm going to. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to set it up. I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians. Just going to do it 3rd level here, so I'm going to spend a 3rd level slot. Of course, declaring the party as immune. And then, do I have bonus action stuff I could set up? Trying to remember all of my stuff. No, I don't think I do. So yeah, just gonna set up the Spirit Guardians and get ready.
All right. Cool.
Can Garo just take the dodge action, if that's a possibility?
Well, yeah, we'll go ahead and move into initiative.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
That's right. Click my token first.
Let me, let me turn on the.
Are there tokens?
See real.
I'm
I mean,
still on the
yeah,
map.
All right. Turn tracker is on. But you guys aren't on this map. Hang on a second.
Okay.
Now you are. Drag your tokens out there somewhere.
Where are we starting? In the lower area, or?
It doesn't matter. This map is just a random map. Just figure these 4 are basically in the center edges of the pond. There.
We got some stuff on the turn tracker here.
Yep.
Are there dragon fangs here too?
No.
Okay.
Come here.
Claims no valid token was selected. I got an 11.2.
All right, 11.2. give me the stupid little pointer thing to make it bigger.
Your pinger thing is broken again?
Yeah, the pinger thing's broken. Dang it. Dad, burn it. You darn. Y'all get the idea.
It won't probably update
alright,
the way they do their
settings.
tokens, because like the token aura doesn't work for me anymore. And my health bar looks different.
And
Yeah, whatever.
there we go. So, all right. Yeah, you guys get to the edge of the pool. We'll say you get out of there. These guys are gonna. They look like they're clamoring to come at you. But Owen, you go first.
Just quit dying here.
This is the one you hit the first time, by the way, right?
Okay. I'm gonna go at him again for now.
Okay. Ooh, pow, pow, pow.
That's the
3 hits.
one.
Yeah, 12, 22, 34. Nice.
Damn.
For plow. Select.
A
No.
19,
19 and 18 and 16.
16.
That's good.
Making up for that one earlier.
Yeah. I'm glad this one I got the one.
With that, you see his crustacean exoskeleton crack a bit and start oozing a little. Wow, is it already 8:40? Wow. Anything else from Owen?
No.
All right. Garo.
All right. I don't know. Well, you know what? This is something that Garo doesn't really have to think much about. He'll do a sort of a somersault, floating, flying flip over that one lobstrosity to move and attack the one that Owen has been targeting. He's sort of flying like, roughly 10 feet above him. And with his long reach, he punches down real hard in a series of blows. Although the first one comes from his black metal great club of +2. Although a truly terrible roll there. Only a 15.
Yeah, the great club, as you fly up, you feel this solid thud against your back and you flatten about 8 feet off the ground and you can't get any higher. That causes your great club swing to miss. As you were you timed it for the right swing, but then that height change messed up your timing.
I'm going to follow up with a couple of kicks down at this thing. So kick. So 24 and a 14.
First one lands, the second one does not.
And I'll tack on a flurry of blows and do one more. Got plenty of key now, level 11.
Yeah, there you go. With the last little flurry of blows, perhaps your pinky toe knocks this thing out. It lands back into the water, causing a huge splash. The other three curiously look at the water and dive back down deep.
This might be our chance to get out of here then.
Indeed.
That's a bit odd, but all right.
We've got our garnet, and seems like they're gone. Let's
Apparently they didn't want to garner that bad.
They might just only be after easy meals. We're not that.
Certainly not an easy meal.
All right. You leave I take it you're going to leave this pool area, garnet in tow?
Yep, I think we should
Indeed.
hustle on out as quick as can.
Cool. As you exit from the way you came or the other direction?
Do you want to say other direction?
Other direction.
Other
All right.
direction. You are back at the sundial.
Which letter did we come from?
You came from. I'll have to roll a d8. Hang on. Let me find a d8. There's one. You came from the bottom of the map again, from E.
All right, so there's definitely some strangeness going on.
This time the
it's a
shadows
dark
are
map.
different. The shadows this time are pointing at A and C. There are two shadows.
Squirrel?
Like a clock.
Well, we already went to A, and is the string still there?
The string is right behind you.
Yeah, but if this is the same area with the sundial, then there should also be string going towards A, right? Because we've already been there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the string is coming from right behind you.
Why
Okay.
don't so
Something is messing with it.
if
Or this is another room.
if one of us follows the string, well, we'd have to go through that room with the mad creatures again, though. But if one of us followed the string back to the sundial room and came out and saw that, came back into the room with everybody else, we'd know there was weirdness going on then.
I would say let's just repeat our steps now that we've got this garnet and see what happens with that pond again. If we end up right back here, at least we know the way back here.
I'm with you, Teo. Garo
All right.
says, not having any other ideas.
So which way are you going?
We're gonna head back out towards A.
Yeah,
A
we
again.
went to A last time. Let's go to A again this time and see if it's at least deterministic.
Yeah.
Okay. As you head back out A, path making a curving, winding path for a few feet, probably 15, 20 feet. You enter a chamber new to you. You haven't been here before. A placid pond, however, does fill the center of this open space, and a stout pagoda rises from a huge boulder standing in the water like an island. An arched bridge crosses the water to the pagoda, whose red roof is held up by 6 sturdy pillars capped with a carved fish. A human male wearing yellow silk robes embroidered with red and gold fish stands in the pagoda. You hear exotic music being played on a stringed instrument.
Is this a dead end, or is there a way we can continue forward?
You would ask me that when I flipped off the screen. 'Cause I have to look at the map. I have to look at my map. There is a path in the southeast corner that leads out of this.
Okay. Do we want to talk to this obviously suspicious person, or do we want to keep moving?
The lovely Lutist. I think Garo would instinctively call out and say, hey there.
So, Gary, you call out and say hello.
Yep. Garo will try and get the Lutist's attention.
Yeah. He gives you a gentle bow you recognize as reverent. And he moves deeper into the pagoda and sits down on the boulder where it protrudes through the floor.
Oh, he seems pretty comfortable here. Although I don't get the feeling that he's a normal lute player.
As you look inside, you see that the floor of the pagoda is not wood, but rather appears of a rock garden with decorative stones and sand. A charcoal pit smolders beside the boulder where the man sits.
Your music sounds real nice. Are you from the village?
He does not speak in return.
Okay. Can I think I just remembered something, but it was from 2 months ago, so I was wondering if I could get a confirmation. The person who we talked to, who said like come to the base, come to the tower. I think I remember him mentioning that we're not actually looking for a path to the tower. There's a portal we have to take. Is that accurate? Like, are we looking just for like straight opening to the tower, or are we looking specifically for a portal?
Let me reread what his instructions were to you.
Yeah, because I
Because it has
don't
been a
know
minute.
if I remember him mentioning that.
His unexpected message.
The tiny frog paddles by in a gondola.
I like that.
I want to say that you did glean some information not from him. The information that you got was actually from one of the members of the council.
Right. It might have been from the dragon, but I think I
yes.
remember something about needing to find a portal through.
Yes, because you asked the dragon about it, and they said the only way they ever knew into the tower was a portal, that mages came and went only through portal magic.
Yeah. So we might like now remembering this. I think we have been thinking about this wrong, but I don't know how. Like I don't know how I would look for a portal that could be anywhere.
Could it be inside the pagoda?
It certainly could.
Well, I think we're moving forward because when we got back to the obelisk room, there was 2 shadows instead of 1. That's something.
We
I don't
could
know
be
what.
making progress, yes. And I don't know. Do we want to like see if this person knows what we're supposed to do?
Garo's willing to float across the pond and see. This time, very alert for anything coming up from beneath to grab him.
Yes, I'm gonna head like to the bridge so that I can dash across it if something turns up. But my ability to fly is very limited, so I'm not going to use it willy nilly.
Yeah, I'll give it a try. I think that if anything bad happens, I'll probably be able to get away pretty easy, at least relatively so.
Okay. So you approach the bridge. Is that what I heard?
Oh, right. So there's a bridge across the water this time. Good. Yeah, I'll walk across the bridge a little carefully.
Yeah. You go ahead and enter the pagoda as you get to the foot of the bridge.
Yeah, I'll step inside. Again, very careful, but Garo's a brave bugbear, so
And a monk.
and a monk. He, has that calmness of mind that keeps any sort of fear at bay and is just focused on getting us to our goal.
Yeah. The master of the pagoda reaches out his hand, and silk cushion appears for you, and he hands it forward, offering it in a welcoming manner. To everyone who walks into the pagoda gets this same exact treatment.
Oh, goodness. Garo takes the pillow and sort of fluffs it. Doesn't spit acid at me, does it?
No.
No acid from the pillow. Garo turns around and looks at everyone and holds up the pillow and says, seems like a pretty nice fella, and he'll just kind of see what happens if he sits on the pillow.
It is soft and silken.
Ooh.
Does anyone else come in? It's very
For the
comfortable.
moment, Donnar is still at the on our end of the bridge.
They don't have pillows like this in the sewers. I tell you that.
No, I mean usually they also don't have pillows like this in hedge maze.
I wouldn't know.
I'm going to bravely be hovering on my broom just behind Donnar.
But so pagoda person hasn't said a word this whole time.
Has not said a word. He just holds out his hand and a cushion appears as if he's waiting for the next person to walk in. It's calm and peaceful feeling here.
Garo's probably occasionally trying to talk or make comments, but it seems like no matter what he does.
What happens when you try to leave? Just head back here and see if anything happens.
Okay. I mean, after a while of trying to talk, but presumably not getting any response, Garo says, I enjoyed your music, but we really gotta keep going. We're kind of in a rush, so he tries to head back.
Sure, and as you get up, he waves his hand, and an iron tea kettle rises from the embers of the charcoal pit there next to him. And he smiles.
Oh, tea, huh? Well, I guess if you got some honey or sugar, anything sweet, really.
Yeah, and across the kettle just kind of floats across to you as he waves his hand. You've seen people levitate things. You know this is real. This is a possible thing that can occur.
Oh, yeah. Teo does this all the time.
Yeah. How you're looking at this kettle floating across, so go ahead and make me a wisdom check.
Okay.
Or if you have Arcana. So perception or Arcana if you have it.
Okay.
But only
Do
Garo.
not have Arcana, so perception it is.
Only
Ooh,
Garo.
bad roll. 13.
Something looks weird about this kettle. It almost looks like there's a face on it or in it, or it is a face kind of scowling. The closer it gets, the thicker the features begin to get. But it's not unnerving. It just looks like a face on the kettle. Perhaps it's decorative.
Well, that's a neat tea kettle you got there. I haven't seen one quite like that, but I turn back to the party and says, hey, he's offering me some tea. I guess it'd be rude not to take some.
And about that time, he starts pouring clear water from the clay, a clay jug next to him into the kettle, adds some tea leaves to it. He bows reverently, showing great respect to the vessel, and then lowers his head into meditation.
Oh, Garo will kind of try to mimic that and bow and then kind of meditate a little bit with his eyes closed, although he looks up from time to time with one eye at this person brewing the tea.
Those of you watching
Can I
from
make
outside can make an Arcana check at this point.
Okay.
Well, I'll let the two people who actually know about arcane magic see if they can figure that out. Hey, thank you, Tara.
Strangely, I actually don't have Arcana.
Okay. So yeah,
That's fine. You're our nature person. We
Was
got
it
our
a
divine
24?
person, and Garo punches.
Teo, you saw something different. You realized that an innate ability lifted the teapot from the coals, almost as if it was a spell of some kind, moving a small clay column, perhaps moving across the rocky surface. And then anyone who is watching him prepare the tea can make me a nature or wisdom check.
I mean, I have wisdom.
My check rolls were always terrible.
Medicine, if you have medicine.
Oh, I actually do have medicine.
Yeah, make
So that would be 20 or 20.
okay,
Zero.
20. 20 on a medicine check. Oh, and it looks like leaves to you. Something about them you recognize, and Teo, you as well recognize these leaves. These are drakeswort, a potentially lethal herb. And as
All right, I'm going to call out to Garo, get back here now.
And as you do, steam begins to rise from the kettle, filling the area.
I was just about to add my honey, and he notices this happening now and is a bit sus.
And you hear Donnar call out, and about the time you hear the last of Donnar's voice calling you to leave, you get up to leave. 4 stone walls enclose the pagoda. The steam rising from the kettle is a thick, purpley, noxious smelling steam. It begins to fill the area. I'm going to need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
I will. Let's see. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Gotta love that. All right. You take 2, 3, 4, 3, 6, 12, 15. Halved is 7. Take 7 poison damage.
I would, except Garo has the purity of body feature, so he's immune to poison.
That's right, he is.
Good choice of person to walk into this Goda then.
Yeah.
Because if Garo inhales the poison, his eyes glow with ki as his body actively fights against it and diffuses it. And now he clenches his fist and steps toward this ludus.
Nice. And with that, there is a bit of alarm in his eyes as he is now shocked by your reaction.
Better open this pagoda. Not that I know that word. Better open these walls right now, buddy, or you're gonna feel my fists on your face.
He says nothing, but he reaches behind the stone he's sitting on and raises a large maul and takes a defensive stance. It'll be initiative for Garo and the guy inside the pagoda. I'll let y'all roll outside just in case you come up with a plan to do something. You can act. Let me clear the turn order and remove all turns. Clear. Cool. Select your tokens and
I just gotta say one thing. This music sounds like PlayStation 1 era Final Fantasy music.
I can't really hear it, so
Like this sounds like Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8 kind of era
yeah, it
music.
kind of does actually. Now that it's
I updated my my initiative, so it's with the first roll, which is a 12. Not the best, but
okay. Let's see. Let me find something else. Oh, this one might be better. Let's try this one. This one might actually be better. All right.
and yeah, the music was definitely giving me some like kind of Final Fantasy entering the palace vibes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very specifically though, for me, that that PlayStation 1 era Final Fantasy.
Right, yeah, like Final Fantasy 9. Ooh, favorite.
Yeah, 7, 8, 9, that era.
Yeah, it does kind of have that 7, 8, 9 feel.
Yeah.
All right, we'll start outside. Garo, Teo, and Owen all kind of outside going at the same time. What happens when you see the walls enclose around this pagoda, entrapping Garo inside? What's your reaction?
Like Donnar is going to like panic for 1 second and then think for another second, and then he's going to turn to Owen and say, "If you can take the floor off of the pagoda, I can get Garo out through the water."
Well, I guess I'm going to aim in that direction.
And I'm going to ready. Hold on. Where's the spell? I have the spell. I'm going to ready. Water walk.
And I'm just going to blast at it. I don't know how this is going to work, but I'm just going to blast at it.
At the wall or
Kind of. You said the floor area, right?
Yeah. So presumably, like breaking through the solid wall would probably take a bit of effort. But if we could collapse the floor under the pagoda so that they both fall in the water, I can catch Garo with water walk, and hopefully he can escape, and the Piper can't.
well, remember the floor is a boulder surrounded with basically a sand and rock guarding.
Oh, okay. I
I'm
didn't
going
realize
to
that
I'm going to
the
blast
floor
at the
was
wall.
Okay.
At the
I'm
wall,
going
Well,
to blast at the wall.
yeah.
Okay.
Give it a try.
In that case, I do not need the water walk yet.
Owen, is that those are your attacks at the wall?
Yeah.
You attack
Yeah.
the wall of the pagoda. This is reminding me of a very funny.
This is the Drag
is the
Gazebo
gazebo
story.
This is
fight.
the gazebo, yes.
This is your
Yeah.
gazebo fight, guys. Yeah, that hits 28, 24, and a 17. All hit the wall. And 10, 24, 33. I gotta do some math. God, I can't believe I gotta do math. Yeah, it looks like you got through about 3 inches of stone.
What's the roof of the pagoda made of?
The pagoda top that you can see
Yeah.
is wood carved with that ornate fish.
Um, I guess I'm gonna try to blast at the roof of the pagoda.
Okay. Yeah, that hits and lights it on fire for sure. You see it burning, multicolored smoke wafting off of it as the paint is burning. Donnar, are you doing anything else now that
No, realizing that like there's not water right under him, I'm going to like be on my guard. I guess we'll cast Bless. That seems like a sensible thing that at least the party can benefit from. So I can see 3 people outside the thing. Presumably, I can't target someone through the rock. So I'm just going to cast Bless. I have first level spell slots, and I assume I know that there is poison involved. So I'm going to try and help the party stay safe.
okay.
And that'll be my turn. Donnar is many things. He's not really a demolitions expert.
Right. All right, inside the pagoda. Garo, you win the speed contest here. You go first.
All right. First attack is with the black metal great club.
You're
29 to
attacking
hit.
him, or are you attacking the wall, or
I'm attacking him.
okay. 29.
And this is my +2 great club.
Where did his character sheet go? This one. That's gonna be that'll hit.
Alrighty. And does he seem phased somewhat by that blow?
Not particularly.
All right, he's going to get the full Garo. 1, 2, 3. 18, 16, 20.
The middle one, he dodges out of the way, kind of leaning back as your fist just grazes right past his face. But the first and last blows connect.
Not many can dodge one of my attacks, so
16
Garo's
and
vaguely
10 is
impressed, but he still connects, and hopefully that causes him to at least react in pain.
He kind of turns his head, spits a little blood out, and looks back at you and smiles.
Okay. This is Gara's kind of cage match. Filled with poison inside of a stone wall pagoda.
Yeah, pretty much. And he will make 2 attacks with his maul, swinging at you once and twice. It's a he doesn't have advantage right now. No, so that would be a 20 and a 22.
I think those both hit, although for some reason I always forget this rule. My armor class is 20, so the 20 should hit, right?
Yep.
Yeah, ties hit. Yep. So
Got
20 and a 22, doing a total of 33, 42 damage with his maul.
Okay. That hurts. You might hear a cry of pain from Garo from inside the pagoda if his sound can escape it.
Yeah, sound can escape through the stone. Back to the top of the round. What you guys doing? You hear Garo scream in pain for the first time in quite a while. Last time he screamed like this, he was in the mouth of a dragon.
Yep.
It's my turn.
I guess it's Donnar first, yeah.
I really don't know what I can do here. So the pagoda has a floor, but it's sort of built right on top of a boulder.
No, the floor of the pagoda is the boulder.
Okay.
Sounds like it's
not,
sort of an island.
not breaking into the bottom. Can I look at looking at the roof? How damaged is the roof?
It's fully engulfed in flame and it's starting to collapse. You see chunks of it falling off, but it's just piling up on top of itself. Doesn't look like it's falling down.
All right. I'm going to signal for Taro. Can 2 people fly on the broom of flying?
Yes, it slows down. We have a 400-pound weight limit, and it speed is half or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to fly that far anyway. So I'm going to signal for Teo to pick me up so that I can get to the roof, and I'm going to ready. Actually, does this spell work on creatures? Yes, it only works on creatures. Never mind. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I don't really have anything I can do right now.
All right. So you're just
I'm
gonna
going to
hold an
Give
defer.
Bahamut a quick prayer, perhaps, because
I'm seriously considering giving Bahamut I'm seriously considering trying for divine intervention. I was kind of hoping to say that for the final fight, but we are not having much luck with this maze.
I have an interesting idea, but I don't know how it will work.
Go on.
I don't know how much space this spell would work, but if I did a reduce or enlarge, if I reduce the size of one of the walls, or at
Pretty
least
sure
as
that
much as
also
this
only works on creatures.
creature or object you can see within range.
Oh, I mean, that would actually that probably would work.
I have to drop concentration on the invisibility.
I mean, that only lasts for an hour. It's long gone. So why don't you try that? And I will ready a Toll the Dead for when I can see the list.
Large target size, double growth. Size of the spell ends. Target has advantage. Okay. Weapons. I'm going to drop this spell into chat, and we can kind of.
I think that could work.
The creature or object attain the maximum. What I don't know is how big can the object be?
I guess objects have the same size categories as
They
creatures,
And it just
right?
says it reduces the object size to 1/8 of its normal.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Yeah,
that
so
would
if
work.
the wall is then, let me give you kind of the dimensions of the wall.
I would imagine
my
probably
map.
close to large, if not maybe a little bit larger.
The wall is each wall is about a 20 by 20 square.
All right.
That the pagoda.
If
So
it is shrank to a 10 by 10 square, could we get through it?
well, that's half its size. So it is shrank to 1/8 of its size. So it would be shrunken to 2.5 foot wall.
If you want to go with that, sure.
Yeah, because 2.5 plus 2.5 is 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 is half of 20. 5 is half of 10. 2.5, so that's fourths and eighths.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You all probably know by now that if Garo can even see a shadow outside of the pagoda, then he can escape.
Yeah.
Presumably, if there's no strange effects.
I mean, I certainly think that's worth trying. So I'm going to. I'm just going to end my turn and see if Teo can get us out of this.
All right, Teo, you cast.
I'm going to give it a shot. Why not? Let's try to reduce the size of the wall to a 2.5 foot by 2.5 foot wall. And perhaps Garo can sneak his butt on out of there.
All right. You do. The wall shrinks. Garo, suddenly the wall shrinks to your side. You see your compadres outside. What do you do?
I think Garo, after suffering that pretty serious maul attack and feeling that this person is not one to be underestimated, is gonna just simply, I think he'll attack, and because of his mobile feat, if he lands any of these hits, he'll be able to disengage without an action. So we'll start off with the Great Club and then punch, punch, punch.
Oh,
Damn, that's good.
wow, nice. So
One, and
all
minus
those
1 key
land.
point.
Yeah, so 19, 39, 40, or 29, 33, 44.
And with the Crusher feat,
44.
when you hit a creature, I do push the Ludus back with my punches a bit. And when I score a critical hit, attack rolls against that creature I made with advantage until the start of my next turn. So everyone else will have advantage on attacking him.
Yeah.
I would think.
You look at him like Neo looks at Morpheus. I know Kung Fu, and you shove him back, and the wall behind him, the beams splinter as he hits the wooden support beams. And he
I
stands
love
up
it. Very
and flexes.
anime. I'm into it.
Yeah, he stands up, kind of flexes. He drops the maul.
Damn, this is almost like one of those honorable duels that Garo would want to handle by himself, but
Yeah. I guess
he
it's
knows that there's bigger things at stake right now, and so he's gonna fall back.
Owen, it's on you as Garo begins to retreat a bit. Owen, it's your turn.
Mute.
Mute.
Can I see this dude now?
Yep.
All right, now I got advantage, right?
Yep.
Yes, you do.
All those are hits. 11, 19, 29, 33. Cool. Yeah, he pow, 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 pew, pew, pew. The Eldritch Sniper is hard at work. Donnar,
That is
you were
awesome.
readying an action to take.
Yeah. Then I remembered that if you ready a spell, that technically breaks your concentration, and I'd rather have the bless up, so never mind that.
Okay. And Bless is running D4 to any roll needed, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I would have reminded Owen about it if he needed it, but it seems like he does not.
No, he landed it. Cool.
So I'm just going to hold off for now until something else happens.
Cool. With this, the master of the pagoda pulls his hands back. He begins to slide forward, and as he does, the sand and earth in front of him begins to roll and move towards Garo. He uses it as a springboard and launches himself towards you, and will. Let's see. Coming at
Garo,
you.
despite his injuries, seems like he is like thrilled by this. Embraces.
He's coming at you with that action, but
Come at me, bro.
with one
My-
fist. Oh, 19.
Not quite.
Not quite. Good thing, because that's I rolled max damage.
Ooh, I'm glad I didn't take that because
That was
Garo's
22
below
bludgeoning
half.
damage had you gotten that fist. But you were nimble and quick with getting out of his way as you retreat. What are the rest of you doing? Now it's back to the top of the round. Donnar.
Well, now I have a clear line of sight. I'm going to target him with Toll of Dead. So DC 19 Wisdom save for 30 necrotic if he's damaged, which I assume he is.
Saved.
Ah, well, was worth a shot. Now it's my turn.
He has a +5 to his wisdom save, by the way.
Wow.
Okay. This is no. This is no
remember when you
monster.
guys leveled up? You remember when you leveled up?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, this is that time in the game when stuff gets hard.
Okay, that's fair. It
Well,
wouldn't
this
be
was a
fun.
big level for all of us, so
It wouldn't be fun if it didn't.
Right.
Arrow's over here, below half health, pretty bloodied by this, and definitely intrigued by this spider, but is not gonna take any unnecessary risks.
Continuing to withdraw strategically.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'll let Teo go first, but my plan is to continue to draw him back. Well, I'll sort of serve as a barrier between me and my companions, but Garo clearly is not going to be a sturdy wall for very long if this keeps up.
I mean, speaking of sturdy walls, you want to grab that 2.5 foot by 2.5 foot wall and shove it into his face?
That sounds delightful. If you shout that out to Garo, he'll probably do it. I mean, if that seems like something that could work.
I'll take a shot with my light crossbow. I assume a 30 might hit.
A 30 will hit. Yes, doing
Gotta love good ranged support in the party.
don't know that you
37?
get to sneak though. How close is Garo? Because
I
Garo
mean,
said he's
presumably
disengaging.
Well, since he closed the distance, he's probably directly engaged with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
He also has advantage.
That's true. Teo does have advantage and bless.
Oh, that's right. So he would get the sneak from having advantage. So okay,
Yep.
37.
How's he looking now?
He's looking hurt. He's that really he's looking hurt. You've got a medicine. I'll tell you how hurt.
Nice shot, Teo.
Doing what I can.
Yeah, I don't have medicine, so
I do. Can I roll? Can I roll outside
Yeah.
my turn?
If anybody wants to roll a medicine, I'll tell you. And yeah, he can't withstand another hit like that.
Well,
So that's gonna
I'm
be-
not in position right now to deliver another hit roll like that, but I know who is.
I'll try to end this right now. Garo, looking, pretty injured, and looking a bit respectful towards this clearly very powerful fighter, but he is going to try to destroy him with 3 punches.
is this humanoid?
Yes, he looks like a human. Yes.
I say 3 punches, but the first one is a great club, and then punch.
Yeah, the second punch does it. And as you hit him with the second punch, his body disintegrates into a fine crystalline powder, cascading to the ground, shimmering in the light of the flames above, leaving behind only the clothes and equipment that he had on.
Got a feeling he wasn't really humanoid.
As Garo follows through with that final blow that was unnecessary, he says, "Oh, that was less satisfying than I thought, but I guess he's dead." He looks back at the rest of the party and gives a thumbs up, and then staggers a little bit.
The poisonous steam dissipates. The kettle disintegrates. And in the center of the smoldering charcoal pit is a gemstone shining in the light.
Similar to the garnet.
This is a jade gemstone.
Okay.
Grab the stone and get out of there.
Garo will grab the stone and try to get out of there, as the roof is probably about to collapse.
As you notice now, the roof is all piled up on top of a stone roof. You are actually completely encased in a stone wall.
Oh, okay.
Owen, take a inspiration, and actually everybody who was outside who kind of came up with that plan to shrink the wall. Yeah, for Teo, that give yourselves an inspiration.
Great job,
for
y'all.
that.
If I've been stuck in there, it might not have ended this way.
Yeah.
That was not something that and who rolled hang on. Garo, you rolled a natural 20, right? Yes, you did.
I did get a crit. Yeah.
We're gonna play with some of the playtest rules here. Go ahead and give yourself an inspiration for that natural 20.
Thank you kindly. I will. And I will be sure to use it.
forgot
Teo,
that-
how long does that spell of yours last?
A minute.
Okay. I was going to be like, we should grab this magically shrunk wall and see if there's anything that we could throw it at right before it expands again. But if it only lasts a minute, I don't think that's enough time.
I like where you're thinking, though, Donnar. I feel like I could take any number of small things and shove it into someone's face. And see.
Yeah, I actually... There is one thing I would like to test. And Garo, you are actually strong. Could you grab the shrunken wall and just shove it into one of the hedge walls?
I'll try. And Garo will do as Donnar instructs.
And then Donnar is curious to see, first of all, if that's possible, and second of all, what happens when the spell wears off.
Yeah. So you shove it in, you wait, and it enlarges to the size of the hedge wall.
Yeah.
And behind
Does
you,
that
you hear
rip through the hedge?
you hear a slight clattering as you turn around and look. The clay jar that the monk person was using to pour water out of into the kettle seems to be rolling and is now capped with a lid.
No, I gotta say, whoever that was, they were a really strong fighter. I gotta say, I respect them.
I got a feeling that was not a who, that was a more of a what.
Yeah.
Maybe so. I don't know what to do about that stuff that he dropped though. Maybe KO, you could take a look.
Yeah. Would I need to make a medicine check to know how injured Garo is?
I think
No.
Garrett will communicate to you through his stance and by a little bit of blood trailing from his mouth that he's below half health.
I'm intrigued by this ceramic uh, urn that he poured the water out of that is now recapped. Can I mage hand that back to me?
Yeah, sure.
And gosh, I don't have a lot of spell slots left. Oh, I can use this. I'll cast. I'll use. Can I do an Arcana check to see if it is magical?
An Arcana check probably wouldn't tell you. You'd have to use a detect magic, or you look at it and you don't see anything that looks magical about it. It actually has this really scowly, ugly face carved into the clay jar as well.
So I'll cast Identify on it.
Sure. This is a Tao magic jar. You would know that this magic jar is used to entrap the soul of an elemental.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Owen, what do you know about Tao magic jars and trapped elementals? And I'll hand the jar off to Owen.
What would I know about that? What would I know about that? Is there a check I can need to make?
I don't know what you may know of that actually.
I wonder if Warlock knows about, elemental planes and stuff.
Probably.
Seems like with elementals, maybe nature would apply. I don't know.
Yeah, you could give it a nature. I think that would tell you about elementals.
Hey, no, it won't.
Nah, you don't know
Terrible
much
at
about
checks.
I play a druid, and my nature checks are always terrible too. I don't know why.
Just
Probably
checks
because
in
it's an
general.
int-based skill for a wisdom-based class.
I can't roll checks. I don't know why. Kill it on the attack rolls and you can't roll a check.
Well, perhaps we should hold on to it for now, but I would advise against opening it until we can find more information about what it does. But that's the second gem we found. I wonder if this is what we need to do: is collect a bunch of these. Maybe
I
a door will open.
was
somewhere.
wondering if the gems are related to the portal somehow.
Yeah, that was my thought too.
Seems that if we wander around enough, maybe eventually we'll find enough gems
Yeah.
to do whatever we need to do. I don't know.
That being said, every room we've interacted with so far has been a trap. So everyone, stay on your guard.
That's a good point. Sorry for stepping in there. I think
I mean,
maybe
that
next
ended up-
time.
It's that ended up being the thing we needed to do. So
Yeah, I guess we couldn't
Yeah.
have avoided it, but I guess I wasn't thinking as clearly as I should have. I'm going to be careful. Careful.
all right. I believe there was a room to the southwest. Let's go there.
All right. And as you exit the pagoda chamber, you find yourself, after a few minutes of wandering, back in the sundial area.
All right.
This is,
Can I have a look at the sundial and see if there are a place where a gem would go, type of thing?
Yeah, you can look around and investigate it, sure.
Yeah. Would I have to roll for that, or?
No. I mean, you can take as much time as you want here. Looking at it. It doesn't does not appear to have any carvings or any spots to set anything.
Maybe not then. But
What's the status of the shadows?
There are 3 shadows. 1 to A, 1 to D, and 1 to F. And this might be a good time for us to actually take our real break.
Sounds good to me.
Not our impromptu break. So let's do that real quick. Let's take a quick break and refill our snacks and waters. You do the same at home. We'll be back in just a few minutes, folks, to continue this brain-teasing maze. Be right back. Hey everybody, we're back from our break. Thanks for staying tuned. And we are ready to get going back on with the maze, the hedge maze. So if you're just tuning in, we're about halfway through the hedge maze. I think these guys have just defeated something and a pagoda, and They're back at the sundial, staring at 3 shadows on the ground. A, D, and F are the directions that they point.
I don't trust these shadows. They're not natural. Garo mumbles.
They have at least led us to the gems so far. I don't know if that's important.
It's important to me.
Of course, of course.
Gems are usually good, although
I wouldn't get too attached to these gems because they seem like they have something to do with this maze.
Yeah.
with that being said, Garo is a bit hurt, and so he's wondering if, I mean, we're in a rush. I know that. We've been making good time, but
like, I could heal you if I need to.
It's
well,
actually kind of funny.
it's
you
probably
mentioned
better
time.
to do it sooner rather than later because
All right. Well,
we
this
never
is the
know.
most powerful spell Donnar has. It's called Heal, and here's what it does. A very, very complicated spell.
I wrote a song
I
about it.
love that spell.
Want to hear it? Here it goes.
I
You
will
mentioned
heal
the
Garo
time.
for 20, for 70.
That is the perfect amount of healing because it only misses like 4 HP as a remainder. So excellent. Garo is like back to fighting form.
With OBS, there we go. OBS keeps dropping and reconnecting. I don't know what's going on tonight.
And Garo has a couple of emergency healing potions still in stock, but
Yeah,
it's probably best
but-
to hold them rules.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're in a rush, and we're also in a place of significant danger. So, I will say I only get one of these. So, please be
All right,
careful.
well,
but yeah, I can heal you for 70.
I really
Just
appreciate
this
it, Donnar. I feel a lot better. Thank you.
All right. Shall we continue moving?
Yeah, which way do you want to go?
Pick A. Pick A.
I mean, all right. If that's Taylor's suggestion, I didn't have a better idea.
Okay. Yeah, you walk forward again, right? So why
For
not
the
try it
most part.
again? And as you walk forward, you see the smoldering remains of the pagoda.
So it seems like it did. It did loop back on itself.
Oh, this is starting to hurt my head.
Yes, I'm interested as to what happens if we just move backwards, like to see if we can get back to the side of that room back the way we came. So why don't we try that? And
What
then
if the
try
what if the maze interprets that as cowardly? Garo trails off. It's like, never mind me. I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah, as you move backwards, you do not end up back at the sundial as you would have hoped, but instead you emerge after wandering these winding hedge paths. You emerge into an area far larger than anywhere you've been yet. This large rectangular space must be at least 90 feet across, with its farthest side from you about 150 feet away. It looks like a boulder-strewn pasture with a large pond to one side and a fenced vegetable garden and oversized cottage on the other. Sheep graze here, tended by a pair of cyclops. But none of them are moving, and they all appear frozen in time.
Hmm.
Is there a gem anywhere?
You do not see any gems.
No floating gems. I knew they wouldn't make it that easy.
So as you're standing there surveying this pasture, the boulders here are about 2 feet in diameter that you can see.
Right.
And these cyclopses, do they seem to be petrified as stone, or are they just simply not moving?
Nothing here is moving. So as you look to the sky, the clouds don't move, the grass doesn't move. as if in the wind. It is, everything is just frozen in time.
Very peculiar.
What if we tossed something into this area? Do you think it would stop moving at some point, or just keep going?
Worth a shot. I'd be interested to see what happens.
Anyone got something? I'm
Is
mostly
there,
just
like, a
curious.
rock on the ground? Presumably, if this is a boulder-strewn passageway, there's a rock on the ground.
Yeah, there's rocks on the ground, sure.
All right. Can I pick up a rock?
Yeah.
All right. Donnar, like, tries to throw the rock, and it's like, dink, 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 dink. Then he remembers, oh, right, yes, I have a strength of 6. And then he backs off and waits for someone else to do it.
Yeah, so to get to the rock, you have to take a few steps forward to pick up a rock. And as soon as you kind of, lack of a better term, kind of break the plane of the threshold of the entryway into this space, Donnar, for you, everything springs to life. The sheep begin grazing and buying, and the cyclops begin to move.
As soon as I see that, I'm going to go back again.
Yeah, you back out, and everything freezes as soon as you're back that, like, 5 feet back.
Okay. Do they freeze at the position I last saw them?
Yep.
Or, okay. Well, I'm going to relay this information to the party. Basically, it seems like when I crossed the threshold, things started moving, and then when I panicked and ran back, and it seems like after when I did that, they froze again. But what did you guys see?
Good question. What seemed to happen after Donnar passed inside? Did he also stop moving?
Yeah.
Seemed like you froze until you stepped backwards.
Did it seem like a long period of time passed to our observation, or was it pretty quick?
No, it's a matter of seconds. He stepped forward, took enough time to describe what happened, and then he stepped back out.
So it appears that our path leads forward. We're going to have to try to figure out what's going on the other side of this. It seems like we don't get very far by going backward. All of these have been some form of challenge or another that we've had to solve.
Yeah, time magic is very concerning.
I think that if one of us go in there, we need to all go in there because we can't see what's going on from the outside.
Indeed.
That makes sense.
All right, so we all step in at once, huh?
On the count of 3.
All right. Well, on the count of 3, Donnar will walk through the barrier again.
Okay.
Garo, can you-
Everybody steps through. And yeah, everything springs to life as if you flipped a switch on a diorama and things began to move around. The sheep are buying, the cyclops tending them with their shepherdly manners.
And the sheepdog is hiding in the corner.
Yeah.
I just, on your screen, I see a ghostly tail waving back and forth, and it's like, yes, the sheepdog.
Yes, the sheepdog, yes. After a minute or two, you're standing there kind of almost mesmerized by such a peaceful scene here. One of the cyclops looks at the other and kind of points their head, towards you guys. And the other one turns and looks, and they grunt at each other. Does anyone speak giant?
No.
Well, in a unrecognizable language, they begin talking to each other and casually walking your direction. Neither of them have weapons.
I just look down and make sure I haven't been transformed into a sheep. But after confirming that, I'm going to Is there an exit in the other direction? Like,
Yes, directly across the field on the other side of the pond.
okay, I'm gonna like talk to the party and say, I think we should leave these cyclopes where they be and get out of here.
Okay, but they're coming right towards us. We're gonna have to move
Yeah.
quick.
It doesn't seem like they want to attack.
Yeah, well, neither did the tea guy.
I suppose that's fair. So yeah, Donnar going to be on his guard, but move sort of not directly towards the Cyclops, but like trying to circle around them and move towards the exit on the other side.
How tall are the Cyclops?
Cyclops are giant. They are huge, giant sized. They
I'm
see
gonna
you, and they wave and smile. They look very friendly.
I'm gonna straddle my broom and fly up twice their height, if I can.
You can't get twice their height, but you can get a little bit taller than they are.
We've never tried to fly higher than the hedge, so I don't know what could happen.
Here you don't see any hedge wall, just the pasture.
Mysterious.
And as I go up, I imagine it's that same kind of thing. I kind of bump into something, and
yeah, some kind of invisible force above you.
Force field is maybe
you're 10 feet above them, let's say.
Okay. And I wave.
Garo's gonna walk up a little bit more centrally to draw some attention from them, although he's eyeing any shadows that he can that are beyond them that he could quickly escape to.
Oh yeah, every boulder here is casting a bit of a shadow. Actually, let me do this for you guys. I've done it for the other ones. I'll do it for this one as well. Throw this in the Discord for you, just so you can kind of get a lay of the land. You're at the bottom of this map.
All right.
Or the top. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah. It's just, do we want to just try to exfiltrate as quickly as we can? Or, I mean, this might be a place where another gem is hidden.
Yeah, we've got to look for a gem, I imagine.
One of the Cyclops reaches down and picks up one of the small boulders and looks at Garo, and Teo points, grunts something, points at the rock, and then tosses it. And then points at you.
Does he want me to toss a rock too? Do I, is that maybe an insight check I can make?
Yeah, make an insight roll for me.
16.
Yeah, you kind of get the feel that he's challenging you to a rock tossing contest.
Oh. Garo looks around at everyone and says, I think maybe they want us to challenge them to this game they're playing.
Okay. And the other Cyclops picks up a rock, and he looks at his what I guess you would say twin, and he rears back and he tosses his, and it goes just a little bit further, and he jumps up and down.
Damn. These are some pretty big rocks, right?
Yeah.
Does Garo even think he can lift? I mean, Garo does have the strength of a hill giant, so 21 strength. Does he think he could lift one?
You think probably you might be able to lift one. They weigh
difficult,
about 400 pounds, 500 pounds.
Garo, hang on a second. Before you do this,
Garo's like stretching, and like his back is like already aching from the thought of this.
I've got one spell slot left that I could cast that reduce and enlarge, and it would reduce the weight of the rock by an 1/8.
I don't know, Teo. Seems like they might not take too kindly to that. tactic.
I
I
could.
mean, I don't think that they're necessarily going to attack us if we do it, but I think the game they want to play is based on straight up muscles and Garo flexes.
And you hear the Cyclops grunt, and Giant, they're grunting, and it's just like you could tell they're getting excited about this. And they're kind of elbowing each other and pointing like screwing.
Garo will just sort of wave a hand at Teo and say, I'm going to give it a try. And he's going to summon all of his strength, try and lift and throw one of these rocks. Is this athletics, do we think?
Oh, actually, you only have one spell slot left. I have. Oh, sorry. If you're gonna just do it straight and see if you can beat them, go ahead. I also have magic that could help, but why don't you just try?
But I will use my inspiration that I earned on this roll. So athletics sounds good.
Yeah, it's an athletic contest, like a shot put. It's just a giant
All right.
shot put. Yeah.
Come on, advantage. Let's give it a try. Come on. 27.
That's pretty
27.
good.
Yeah, tell me what this looks like.
Garo is gonna, dig his big old paws, his very long arms, wrap them around this large rock, lift it up over his head, bend back like in an almost unnatural way, and yet he doesn't topple backwards. And then he braces, and his feet sink into the ground a bit, and he summons all the strength of his back muscles to let it fly.
Yeah, and it flies. Flies does it. In fact, it flies a good 12 feet past the farthest stone that the Cyclops is each through, and they look at each other, kind of puzzled.
Garo is over here doing like a big triumphant cheer.
Yeah, and they kind of shrug, and when they shrug, the rocks, the boulders that each of them threw shatter. And where they landed are gemstones.
Huh.
Bloodstone, actually.
All right. So we have some bloodstones.
Oh wait,
appearing
not
from-
bloodstone. Sorry, wrong maze piece. Cyclops pasture is topaz. Sorry.
Even better. That complements Garo's outfit better. So, I mean, amidst his celebration, he sort of gestures towards the stones that have appeared and say, do you think that's all there is to it? Throwing a rock? Gotta say it was heavy, but I threw it pretty far.
You
glad-
sure did.
Yeah.
I'm glad and he's not gonna he's gonna trail off and say, I'm glad I did my stretches, and not say, I'm glad I'm wearing a belt of magic enhancing strength.
All right. So I suppose we collect the gems and then wave, which I assume is like a pretty language-free method of communication.
Can Garo give them both a high five? Is that possible?
Yeah, and they will nod approvingly and reach down to high five you and give you a big Cyclops
Cool.
thumbs up and a wink.
Awesome. A wink, yeah. I guess that's something Cyclops can do. Maybe there's like a slight tilt to the eyelid.
Yeah.
Either way, Garo is thrilled and gives these both a thumbs up.
All right. Anybody else want to do anything while you're here? Pet a sheep, get some wool.
I'm going to take a quick second to just investigate the area, see if there's anything that stands out, anything remarkable. Any other gemstones littering the field?
No. No, it just looks like a pasture. And they go back as you all start to walk away. They turn around and head back to the flock, to the herd of sheep, the flock of sheep.
Well, I think we've got our gemstones. It's probably time to see if we can get back to that sundial and make it off to our next
Yeah.
challenge.
So let's head forward, and see if we can reach the sundial again.
Sounds like a plan.
Sure. You head out of the pasture, leaving the grazing sheep behind. Back into the hedge maze. The hedges come up around you as you exit out of the pasture, and a winding path leads you around. Eventually, after a few minutes, you end up back at the sundial. This time, the shadows are cast in an X pattern.
Seems like we got the right idea.
Yeah.
It's,
It also seems like, so this is the first time it's not pointing towards A. So let's go.
Yeah, it's BD. What is it? BD. FH. That is the crosshatch.
So if I remember correctly, last time it was pointing to A, F, and D. So let's go to D, since that's been pointed to twice.
all right.
Sure. You head to D as in Delta. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
D is in
The
Delta.
lack of any other ideas is to.
X. Something. X marks the spot?
It's like I dig in the sundial. No.
Garo hesitates and says, "What are you thinking, Teo?"
I think we're close.
Agreed.
Well, let's be careful. We've made good time so far, I think. We're still on a tight schedule.
Well, let's give it a try and see what happens. Let's try D and see where it takes us.
And as you hastily make your decision, Teo, you stop and to look at this and think X marks the spot. And as you focus on these shadows for a moment, they begin to rotate, spinning faster and faster. And by the time you say X marks the spot, they become shorter and shorter and shorter. And just as you turn to head towards D to follow the others, all of these shadows disappear into the center of the sundial.
Guys, wait! And I tell them all to wait a second.
All right, I will pull up and see what Teo has. What is it?
The shadows. They all condensed down into the middle of the sundial. I'm going to
Right,
investigate the sundial.
I suppose now we all see it too. The shadows aren't there.
Yeah, you see all the shadows are gone.
Oh,
As Teo
good
points
catch,
to them.
Teo. I wonder what that means.
Yeah, you look around, there doesn't seem to be anything changed since the last time you looked at it. There's just no shadows. You all have shadows, but the sundial does not.
Hmm.
And your shadows are all pointed the correct direction from the height of the sun. Which oddly hasn't moved much since you've been inside the maze.
That's a little unsettling.
The dial spun and consolidated back on the sundial.
Is the sundial itself like affixed into the ground? Do you think it could
Yes.
be moved by someone with 21 strength?
No, from what it sounds like, it's a pretty big thing, and it could extend further underground than we know.
I don't know what this signifies.
Seems a lot heavier than that stone I just threw. Garo stretches his back.
You just know that when you do that, you disappear from the screen.
Oh, keep that in mind.
I'm gonna walk on the sundial.
All right. As you step onto the sundial, everyone else, you see Teo disappear.
Teo! Garo will rush in after.
Stepping onto the sundial.
Yep.
The Donnar and Owen, you see Garo also now disappear as soon as he steps onto the sundial.
All right. Well, I'm going to call out for them. But I'm not going to step on the sundial at risk of vanishing myself. I'm going to just see if they hear me. Hello? Garo and Dale? What happened?
There's no response, and you all cannot hear him calling out.
Interesting.
I'm going to look at Owen and say, what do we do?
I don't know.
That's great. I don't know.
This is unnatural.
I mean, yes, I can imagine that. I'm not going to leave. It's like, I think we need to follow them.
I guess, yeah. Just like the slow-mo room.
Yeah, and like I felt like we weren't getting much of anywhere in this maze. So if they found something, I think it's worth at least going after them. And I'm not going to leave them behind in this maze.
So I'm going to step onto the sundial.
I will do the same.
All right, cool. You guys step onto the sundial as well, and suddenly you are all four at different points in time as you stepped onto the sundial begin falling through the sky. You see the ground rushing up to you quickly, and you see a familiar image on the ground. It looks like a sundial, the one you just stepped on, just blaring up at you. And you see that there are 8 shadows cast out from every possible pathway. And as you get close to the ground, you float harmlessly and land on the ground, on your feet.
Oh.
And there are 8 shadows, one at every pathway, leading out of the maze.
Are we all like alone in our own thing?
No, you're all together.
Oh, okay.
Garo will look around gratefully to see his companions and say, that was a little scary, but
Yeah, but I think this was it. Shall we? You know, A has served us well before, so shall we continue forward?
I'll take a moment to investigate the sundial. Is there a sundial in this?
There is a sundial here, yes.
And is this the case where there are 8 dials radiating from the sundial, one pointing towards each?
Towards each pathway, correct.
No gems, I assume?
Nope.
And the sky is still the same. The sun is still not really moved.
Correct.
Donnar, I think you're right. I think we just pick A.
Yeah, I think we just pick A. And we hurry, because I don't know how much time we've spent here.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I'm going to head in the A direction, as quickly as is safe, but not quicker.
Yep.
All right.
Garo's following.
Exactly as fast as you need to go and no faster.
Nice. All right. Let's see. As you walk through A, a winding path leads you out of the sundial area. And as you wander a bit, the curving path you're on suddenly twists to reveal yet more hedges cut out of the surrounding hedges. Perhaps a maze within a maze?
That's amazing.
Oh,
And as you kind of are standing there stunned, you hear the pounding of hooves on the ground. Something running very fast. And straight out of the greenery across from you, a large beast breaks through the hedge maze inside the hedge maze and is charging at you. This is a horned beast. It is quite large.
How far away is it from us now?
Hang on just a second. Put this bad guy out there. It is approximately... If you came in there... It breaks through the wall. I'm going to say it's about... These are 10 foot, 10, 20, 30, 40, 60. Yeah, it's about 60, so it's going to charge you. So yeah, it's about 40 feet from you right now and charging.
All right. Well, I know better than to try and outrun it. I'm going to try and run this way. So I'm going to move sort of like this.
Let's go ahead and roll initiative for this chase scene before we do anything else.
great.
Whoa. I don't know what happened there.
Hold on.
So, is that
Sorry, I'm
everyone?
not.
I have 2 Garos and then a broken image in the turn order.
Oh, I figured it out. My bad. Okay, I got this.
I've got Teo, Owen, and the creature.
Yeah, hold on. I need to...
Am I the only one who doesn't see the creature?
I do see it.
Let me restart my roll 20. Hang on.
Yeah, you might want to restart it. Wow, looks like y'all all got the jump on the creature. Wow.
Lucky.
That is reasonably important for this.
Not great rolls, but still good enough.
Good
Perhaps
enough,
some-
and sometimes good enough is all that matters.
It's going weird with my browser, apparently. Crap. Let me try a different browser. I hope I don't have to reboot.
Yeah. Do you need me? I could stream it for you on the Discord. I could.
I
don't know
got
if
something
I-
going weird with my connection here. I can't get any web pages.
That's what
Oh,
happened to
no.
me earlier when the system went down. I couldn't get to anything.
I've obviously got internet because I'm on Zoom here, but I can't get any web pages.
That's exactly what happened to me earlier. Oh, are you
so-
on AT&T
Yeah.
fiber?
Can you join a Discord call? Join a call in the Discord, and I will mute myself, and share my screen.
I still have to be able to input though my rolls.
Just tell me what you'll roll, and I'll do it for you.
Just roll on the table. Do you have physical dice? That's fine. I've got.
I don't have dice here right now.
Oh my gosh!
I don't know where my dice are. They never actually
Use
got
the dice
unpacked.
roller in the Discord. r/d whatever. If you can use the Discord. Was it r/?
Apparently, I can use Discord.
1d20,
That is quite odd.
or is it roll /
Flash roll.
/r 1d20? Huh, I thought I had a dice bot set up in here. I do, Avray.
Yeah, I believe it's exclamation mark roll.
Maybe it is exclamation mark.
Yep.
Yep.
Exclamation mark roll.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, just copy and paste that when you need to make a roll.
All right.
Okay.
Can you see the screen?
Where am I looking? Hang on.
In a video in the Discord call. I have my screen share.
No. I see
HDQ
you.
voice in Discord channel.
Oh, Discord channel. Hang on. Where is it?
HDQ
Yeah, I
voice.
got it.
There you
Yeah.
Cool. Technology for the win. Everybody has the jump on him with as far as initiative goes. However,
Say I've got it. It has. I don't. Sit tight. I'm patching you back in.
I can see you on the stream. Can you see?
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. You've been disconnected. Sit tight. We're patching you back in.
Rutro.
Ah,
Well, let's see. You go third, so if you want to take a minute and go run and grab some physical dice. Luckily, you're still connected on Zoom, so
which is
I can. I mean, I can roll on here. We got the command. I just
okay.
can't see this. I can't see anything.
So I'm actually gonna do something here. Yeah, I'm gonna move you guys to where you kind of are. This is gonna matter as far as
What the hell's going on here?
I'm hearing the sound of somebody repeatedly entering and leaving a Discord call.
Yeah, that's what's going on with me. It's just like it won't connect.
Ah, that's weird. Okay.
ignore the trees that are on this map.
Okay.
I've got absolutely no concept of what we're seeing anyway, so
I'd love to send you a picture, but I don't think you would see it.
Theater of the mind.
There. There we go. That's a rough approximation of what you can kind of make out from here. So these are all shorter hedges. They're only about 6 feet tall. And the Gorgon creature is, whoa. Undo that. Go back to select. He's about 40 feet away from the most of y'all. And charging down on you very quickly. You figure at the speed he's going, if you don't get out of here now, he's got you.
And this creature is it as armored as it looks on that image?
Yes, it is.
That's a concern because usually armor blocks punches.
You can all make a nature check if you want to know what this creature is.
I'll try, but it's unlikely. No. Terrible.
Out of my mind.
okay. So I'm attempting here to do this
Get
on my
creative.
phone. It's terrible. I mean, I've got it here, but it's absolutely terrible.
I'm going to close the Discord call then. Or do you still need that?
I mean, I can't connect to it, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, there goes that then.
It looks like the way forward behind this thing where it just crashed through the hedges ahead of you. There's no other way besides forward. The only way you can see is to the right.
So the only way we could go would be to the right.
Unless you want to try to go through the hedges like it did.
That sounds painful.
I assume I go first.
Yep, Teo, you're up first.
All right. Well, I'm gonna mount the broom and start by seeing how high I can get.
You can only get about as high as the hedge walls, the small ones.
So we're talking, I can only get like 5 or 6 feet off the ground.
Yeah, maybe 6 feet off the ground. Maybe 8 feet. This thing's actually pretty big, so I'll say probably 8 feet.
All right, 8 feet off the ground. And I have a 50 movement speed while flying. Let me do a quick, what's that, distance? How far can I get in 50 feet? I can right there. All right, swap that. Move 50 feet. And I assumed the lines that you have laid out are the hedges?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay. Now question. The broom has, this is the, what is it, mounted, stationary firing. Can I use steady aim while mounted on a broom if the broom is the one moving and I'm not, kind of a thing?
I think it would be same as like riding a horse.
That's kind of what I was thinking, is that it would be about the same as riding a horse. And I think I was given the ability to use steady aim while riding the horse.
I think you can, but you move and then the broom, in theory, you're not actually moving, stopping, doing something. It's all one fluid motion, right?
Right.
So I'll allow it. Let's have fun. Let's not be a party pooper. Let's have some fun.
And
maybe survive.
And do I have I assume I'm high enough that I still have a line of sight on the. What did the 22 nature get me for a creature?
Oh yeah, this is a monstrous construct. It's a horrific structure. In fact, it is a gorgon with iron plates of natural armor. It's steely black armor. In no way hinders its movement or mobility. The oils of its body lubricate the armor to keep it in fluid motion. It is also a monstrous predator that when it spots potential prey, it charges with all of its might, hitting and pulverizing its foe until it is dead. Faced with multiple foes, you rolled a 22. Yeah. When it has multiple foes, that it. Some gorgons are legendarily said to have some sort of a breath weapon or, breath attack. You've heard the stories.
Great. Well, I'll try it anyway. I'll try a light crossbow shot at it. My hunch is with all that armor, there's not a chance in the world that I'm going to do anything. But you might as well find out. So
by the way, I downloaded the Roll20 app, and I don't have the map or anything going on, but I do have my character sheet.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
Okay, cool.
So I can at least, I think, roll from this.
Okay, cool.
So I'll try that light crossbow shot, a 29.
A 29 will actually hit, yeah.
Beautiful.
Nice.
And that's gonna be what I'm. I could dash, couldn't I? No. Can I dash on a broom?
I'm pretty sure you needed to use your bonus action to get on the broom.
Okay.
Like, I never
Yeah.
actually know how the
To
broom
mount,
works.
to
but I
mount
think
the
it's a bonus
steed or
action to
anything,
get
that's a
on the broom.
bonus action, yeah.
Okay. So that's me.
All
I'm
right.
done. Sorry, guys. That's all I can do.
You see this steely beast just charging its way.
And I see Teo's shot. Does it seem to actually have any effect on it?
You saw it sink into the armor, and
Did it flinch?
it grunted.
Okay. That's all Garo needs. Garo says, we can hurt this thing. Y'all get as far away as you can. I'll hold it off. And he'll charge up and block its path. And unleash
Yikes.
a flurry of blows.
Just so you know, it is a large creature, so I don't know if that affects your attacking at all.
It doesn't.
Okay. I don't know if it gave you any bonuses against creatures a size category larger or not.
In this case, I'm just straight up attacking. So, black metal great club, punch, 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 kick, possibly also somewhere in there. So most of those were good, although the last one sucked.
Yeah, the first 3 hit. The last one does not.
So I obviously spent a key point to do flurry of blows. I'm gonna add on some stunning strikes. Let's do 1 to start. And stunning strike, let me just post that one.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Armed defense. Sorry. There it is. Stunning strike. When you hit another creature with a melee attack, you spend 1 key point. Constitution saving throw or be stunned. So my key save DC is 8 plus my proficiency bonus plus my wisdom modifier. And
HP 17?
yeah. So I'm going to do that multiple times to see if I can stun it. Burning through some key here.
All right. So Constitution save 21.
Again.
15.
That'll fail.
That will fail. So he is stunned.
That is perfect. Garo goes back into his ready stance and says, just exhales in satisfaction because I think this could help. And so that was 2 key points I burned. I'm down to 5. And that's all for Garo.
While you're right there in his face, make a perception check.
Okay. Perception 23.
You see something shining. As he's stunned, his mouth is open. You can see something shining back inside his mouth. It's a beautiful.
I see something
gem.
shining inside his mouth. Okay. Is there any possibility that I can go for it, or is that something that would have to wait for another turn?
Next turn.
Okay. If I can just use a free action to shout out to the rest of the party, I see something shining in its mouth. It could be a gem. Then that's what I'll do.
Cool.
And I'll just stay here trying to hold off its advance.
Donnar, mage hand? Question mark?
I do not have mage hand, unfortunately. I do.
So
Sorry about that.
what would the rules be on a cold shot for me, like trying to knock it out with a
Disadvantage.
and if I used if I used an ability that would normally give me advantage, could I cancel the disadvantage out?
Yes. It would just be a straight roll.
Okay. That's just for planning purposes. I don't think it's my turn yet.
Yeah, it is.
It is my turn.
It is
Okay.
your turn.
Okay. Let me figure this out. Hang on. Knowing that I have that inspiration, I'm going to try it.
Okay.
Let me see if this works.
You don't need it. He's already stunned. That gives
He's
you advantage,
stunned,
I
so
believe.
you have advantage against
So I have
him.
advantage.
That's true.
So
I forgot to point that out.
Stun
Yeah.
is just so it's just a straight roll for me. I'm going to try to knock it out of his mouth. See if this works.
It's not going to be easy.
All right. I rolled a 29.
Damn.
Yes.
It does not knock it out. It hits him, but it does not jar the gem out of his mouth.
Okay. 13 damage.
Okay.
Maybe at least chips a tooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it knocks a little piece of the metal plate off of his jaw.
Okay. I've got two more rolls here, so I'm going to do 2 more of those.
Are you still trying to knock it out, or just hit
Yeah.
him?
That's a 19. I don't think that hits, does it?
A 19 will hit.
Okay, 9
Believe it or not.
damage.
19 hits him, but doesn't do anything to the gem.
And a 24 for 7 damage.
Okay. He's still up. Also, you didn't roll any of those with advantage.
Well,
I was doing the call, trying to knock the gem out.
Okay. I didn't know if
yeah.
you just were trying that on every roll. That wasn't clear.
Yeah,
Me. I thought you were, but it wasn't just. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Then Donnar, you're up.
All right.
Did y'all see those rolls, by the way?
Yeah, they came through.
Okay,
just fine.
cool. I'm rolling it from the app here, so.
Yeah, that's cool.
Worked well.
I'm going to cast Summon Soldier of Bahamut, since I like I like Garo's idea of stopping its momentum. I don't like Garo's idea of hurling myself at it. So I'm going to cast Summon Soldier of Bahamut. I'm going to so this is sort of you can tell it's like a more burly and tough dragon than I had previously used, and it's not going to use its breath weapon. It's just going to try and claw this thing.
Yeah, sure.
Do both of those hit?
Yes.
Good ass rolls.
So it takes 18 plus 9 slashing damage, and the defensive summon. On a hit, I can grant 1d10 temporary hit points to itself or an ally. So I'm going to give 5 THPs to Garo and 4 to the dragon itself.
Thank you very kindly.
Cool. Your dragon destroys it.
Oh,
It vanishes. And just as soon as it vanishes, another one breaks through the wall, kind of between y'all in another location.
She.
okay. The dragon still has its movement. It has a move speed of like. What's its move speed? It is 40 if it flies. So it's going to move.
I could not roll initiative to save my ass tonight.
We are appreciative of that.
We appreciate it
It's going to go here.
because we take some risks in this group.
Yes. And 40.
Yeah.
And I am going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 and see if I can take cover behind this wall. Probably not a good plan since these things don't seem to care about walls that much, but that's my turn.
Cool. This Gorgon that just came into play is now taking a turn. Maybe they're operating as some kind of hive mind or something. You don't know. But being faced with 2 opponents in range, he is going to... Let's see, what do we got here distance-wise? Oh, yeah. Sorry, Owen. He's charging you with his attack. Let me throw it in there real quick, which is...
No, not our sniper.
Trampling Charge is the name of the attack. It moves at least 20 feet straight forward at a creature and then hits it with its gore attack. On the same
Did it move
turn,
through a
target
hostile
must
creature space, or
what's that?
I guess
Well, I
could
mean,
go
he
over
kind of
here.
around, like,
Yeah.
you know. Um, gonna need a DC 16 strength save or be knocked prone. Let me go ahead and make that gore attack. First of all,
DC 16 strength save.
that's gonna be a
I see. That's
13
why
to
they
hit.
call it a gourd.
16.
Let's go.
Yeah, you just kind of stand him up and he swings his gnarly horns at you, his steely horns, but I do not believe a 13 will hit you, will it?
It will not.
So they miss, and you just kind of, maybe you've been watching Garo a little bit. You just kind of, ha. All right. That's his attack for this turn. All right, Teo, you're up. Another Gorgon has appeared.
Its mouth wouldn't happen to be open, would it?
Its head's down. It's just finished coming up for a gore attack. Perhaps.
Can I see the gem in his mouth?
You have to make a perception roll first. See if you can see it.
All right.
You
Garo
figure
did,
it's probably
Garo did
there.
point it out, so that
Mhm.
might help.
That's a normal roll. That's not with advantage. Perception. There it is.
Yeah, you see it. Get an inspiration if you don't already have one.
I've already got one.
Okay. Yeah,
But
the
thank
new
you.
inspiration rules, you can only carry one inspiration at a time.
You can't
Oh.
keep one in the chamber.
Nope.
Yeah. I have a stack. I had a stack of 5 of them, and now what do I do?
Okay.
Oh, and you lose them all if you don't use them by a long rest.
Yeah. So
Yeah. I
But it's a
remember.
lot easier to get them with it.
Yeah, but it's easier to get them now.
Yeah.
Gotta get them and use them. Quick.
Yeah, you see it and you recognize it's a diamond.
Ooh, I like diamonds.
Do you?
I can make them into
Diamonds are Teo's best friend.
Dun-dun-dun. I don't think he's within 30 feet of me. I could move to within 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move a
Nice
little
close.
bit. Yeah, I'm just gonna move a little bit. Just so that I'm within 30 feet of it. And then I'm gonna try a Mage Hand Ledger Domain and see if I can take the gem.
Yeah. This is an interesting conundrum.
You want me to drop Mage Hand?
Yeah, if that's what you're doing, yeah, drop it in there real quick. I just want to see.
Sure.
I think this is an awesome strategy
I think it is too.
because I can't think of how I would get it better.
Ah, there we go. Gonna need to make me a dexterity sleight of hand check.
Oh, a sleight of hand check. Okay.
Oh, Taylor, you're terrible at that, aren't you?
It's gonna be tough, but let's see what happens. I don't know what I need to make it, but
Got this. Yeah.
29?
That's a 19 on the dice. Whew.
I'll say that you get it. Yeah. Seeing as how that beats his passive perception. So
Excellent. Excellent.
We have a diamond. Does he like immediately depower and roll over, or is he still angry?
no, he's
It's a good
still up. Everybody, as you withdraw this diamond from him. Anybody that's there can make another perception roll. Anybody who's
Garo's
watching
within sight. I think he could see this. Maybe.
I'm
Ignore the
right
advantage.
next
That
to
was
the-
just a 20, but that seems fine.
I'm right next to the thing, so yeah. I'm right. I am right next to the thing, right?
Yep. Yeah, so and yeah. Oh, and you're the only one to notice this, but as soon as the diamond is removed from the Gorgon's mouth, another one appears in the back of its throat.
It's a dispenser,
Yeah, baby.
a Pez machine.
Let me at him. Big money, big money. No whammies, no whammies.
I feel like it's about to give us some whammies.
All right, Garo, I guess it's your turn. Unless Teo's gonna do anything else, like move or you only moved like 5 feet.
No, I think I'm going to stay right where I am for now.
Okay.
All right. Well, 30 feet is nothing to Garo, who has a 60 feet movement speed. So he zooms in with a flash of grass scattering in his wake. And he will unleash another flurry of blows with some stunning strikes as needed. And those are all fucking beautiful. Sorry for the swears.
That's okay. That's worthy. All of those hit. All of those are fantastic. There's another crit in there. So, with the crit, did you want to use your crusher?
Yes. And so I push the creature, a little bit towards, doesn't matter really, but I push him a little bit back, and along with that, the crusher feat lets me
It gives everyone advantage.
Yeah, gives everyone advantage. So, with that said, so that was my last attack, so it wouldn't apply to. Well, let me do a stunning strike on top of that last attack and just see how it goes.
Sure.
The stunning strike actually doesn't really benefit this because it's their roll to see if they can pass, but the DC is. I always, every single time, forget 8.
Still 17.
Still 17. Yep. I should be able to remember that, but I always forget. DC 17. And I'm burning down my key, which is down to 3.
Sorry, I was just trying to. Which?
That is, sorry, they need to make a stunning strike. Pretty sure that's Constitution.
Yes.
Constitution. Okay, that's what I couldn't remember if it was Constitution or Wisdom on that one. That's gonna be a fail. God, how do I have a +4 to con? How do I fail that?
I mean, it's fine because it's Garo.
So now he's stunned, right?
Now he's stunned.
Unless he has some sort of
And push.
remarkable resistance feature. It's
Not to stunning, no. To becoming petrified, yes, but not stunning. No, not to be.
Well, shame I didn't take the petrifying monk path, but
That would have been funny.
that's all for Garo. He has attacked.
I just want to say, one way or another, Garo will make sure he never moves again.
And with that said, I hope that is the diamond visible again?
Yeah, there's a visible diamond in there.
Well, I don't think I can do anything to get it now, but hopefully someone else can, because that's the end of my turn.
It's like, he's stunned, quick, grab 3 diamonds out of his
All
mouth.
right, Owen.
So I'm right by the thing now, right?
It's like 5 feet away. It got pushed back from the
Okay,
punch.
push back.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could step
All right.
up easy and
I'm gonna step up and just try to grab the diamond out of his mouth while it's stunned.
Do it. Do it. Go for it. Free money.
Yeah. All right, that's what I do.
Yeah, you do it. It automatically, because it's stunned, it automatically fails any dexterity or strength saves that it would make to hang on to the diamond.
Is that an action or a bonus action or?
Yeah, it's just you basically just picking something up. So,
Right.
and
Pick as many as you can.
Yeah.
Interact with an item is typically an action unless you're a rogue.
Yeah.
So as you grab this diamond out of him, the Gorgon dissipates, and a pathway opens up in the middle of each of the sides here around you. And if you want to exit the Gorgon maze,
Yes, let us exit over.
So we have a garnet, a jade, a topaz, and a diamond.
2 diamonds.
Topaz times 2, diamonds times 2.
Okay.
Yeah, because the topazes were in the stones that the centaurs threw.
All right, as you exit this, you find yourself back in the sundial area, and the 8 shadows on the ground pointing to every direction.
Garo sinks to his knees and just punches the ground and says, "When will it end?"
I'm going to take a look at the hedge some more. I want to investigate the hedge, see if I can figure out something going on with that.
Sure. What do you do? What do you How are you investigating it?
I'm looking to see if there's something controlling it, if there's a wall behind it, if there's anything solid. How impenetrable is it?
It's not impenetrable at all. You can like stick your hand right in it. You can pull the branches apart and see path on the other side. Like, it's not impenetrable.
So we can just walk through the hedge.
Would you like to try to walk through the hedge?
Guys, I'm going to try walking through the hedge. Let's see what happens.
All right. I have a better idea. I have a creature that I summoned. It's only going to be around for an hour anyway, so I'll send him. I'll send it through the hedge.
Good idea.
It's also a dragon, so presumably would be less injured by things like thorns than you would be. So
Indeed.
Garo shrugs and looks at Donnar sheepishly, like, "No offense, but it's fine, right?"
Well, it also has the temporary hit points from before, which it might as well use. So I'm going to say I'm going to ask it to like see if it can just like force its way through the hedge. It's large, it's a dragon, and see if it has any success with just shredding through the shrubbery.
Yeah, it goes right through it without much haste at all. Just pushes its way right through.
I feel like again, like this would be too easy, but do we want to just keep moving forward, ripping up whatever hedge we see?
In the distance, you hear a cry and a squeal and a screech, and you feel a dissipation in your energy.
And
you look to the sky, you see your dragon fly up. It's pierced by several arrows from the tower. It is just outside the tower. You can see it. It has been attacked by the tower guards, and it falls lifeless to the ground. You hear a thud in the distance.
Sorry, what?
That's Donnar's summoned dragon.
Yeah, but like It wasn't flying to begin with.
No, but it went through the maze. You heard it squeal and screech. Then you saw it fly up into the sky,
Okay.
pierced by arrows, and come back down.
All right.
And
Well,
die.
when it dies, it just like poofs.
Yeah. So it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
poof, dragon bits in the sky.
On the other end, it seems like that's the way to the tower.
It seems like once we get close enough, we'll be greeted by some guards.
I mean, yes, I was expecting that.
Me too. Garo flexes his fists and says, I think
Right.
guards we can handle.
Yeah. Can I follow in the hole that the dragon shredded into the hedge maze?
Hey, you see the maze is kind of healing itself, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's go.
Oh, better now than never.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'll
Dragon is
follow.
large, so presumably ripped a reasonably sized hole in the thing. So let's hurry before it fixes itself.
Why not?
No problem. Garo can easily get through small holes.
And be prepared to come under fire from whatever might be in that tower. But we do need to hurry.
All right. As you step through the maze, you are transported directly to the foot of the tower. A dead body of a cultist lays sprawled on the ground in front of you. You look back behind you and see a direct straight line path to the sundial intersection, and beyond it, another path that extends 30 yards, ending at the exit of the hedge maze to the village.
This is just insanity, but
And just a couple seconds after that, as you're kind of letting that sink in, there is a flash of energy, and you find yourselves in a room.
All right. Well, Donnar is going to reply when Garo gasped and said, "Magic nonsense is magic nonsense." But where are we?
The
now
walls
that
of this
we've
chamber
chilled?
bear exotic geometric designs representing feathers, eagles, and snakes, all rendered in a style that you've never seen before. To one side of the room, a human female is sprawled face down in a pool of blood. She's dressed like a high-ranking member of the Cult of the Dragon. The walls are stone, the floor is stone. You can gather yourself for a moment and feel as if perhaps you're inside the tower now.
I
And
think
that
we made it, my
dais
friends.
must have been the teleportation portal.
I'm going to do a little investigating while I'm here. That's one thing I do pretty well, so I'll look around and see what I can find.
Sure, other than the dead body in this room, there isn't much. You can make a medicine check on the dead body if you'd like to see how they were killed.
I can try, but medicine is not my thing.
There are balconies above here, about 8 foot above the floor, and can. Oh, who'd we lose?
Lost
Donnar.
Donnar.
Sorry. We can wait.
Yep, lost Donnar.
This game is cursed.
Yeah, I was
That's
actually.
what I was gonna say. Clearly, Tiamat is, exerting her will upon us to stop.
No, you got this all wrong. The internet's just a little rusty. We haven't been on it in a while. It doesn't know what to do. It's not used to seeing this greatness work together.
No, it's the
We
Queen of
broke the
Dragons.
internet. That's what it is.
It's
I
like
was
Queen
actually
of
going to
Dragons.
say, if y'all, unless y'all just wanted to, I think this is probably a good place to stop it anyway.
This is a fine stopping
Yeah.
point. Seems like
So-
we
We got
made
through
it
the
where
maze,
we were
so-
going.
Yeah. Kind of give Donnar a second, see if he gets back with us here.
Hopefully, Garo can sneak in a short rest. He has burned through almost all of his ki, but other than that, he's ready to take on this tower.
And I got this out of my mind medicine roll.
Yeah. Da. Giving him just a couple more seconds.
He just asked on Discord whose internet crashed.
Yeah, guess whose internet crashed this time?
It must be only Canada.
Oh boy. Oh boy. He's got to go even further and reset the router. It's funny though that you lost everything except Zoom.
Yeah, I can't. I'm Discord's working too, but my browsers, Firefox and Edge, neither one of them are working.
There's got to be some major like DDoS or something going down somewhere.
Or
Well, that's the world we live in. So
I just it's like when you added that creature in, I didn't see the creature on my map at all, and when you added the initiative roll in, I just saw a broken image link.
how much system memory do you have
Me?
left on? Yeah.
Oh, I've got 32.
So you should have
total.
enough for the tabs and all the rest of it that you're.
Hang on. Like yeah, right now I've got 32 total gigabytes, and my browser's closed because it was useless. But I'm at 12 and a half gigabytes used. So
Yeah. That was the only other question was, tabs and all the rest of that stuff.
yeah,
Sometimes.
I've got 32 gigabytes. I don't really have to worry about memory.
Yep.
Switch us over to the break screen real quick while we wait. All right, we're back now, and Donnar is back with us. We've been having some
I'm technically back.
internet issues tonight. Apparently, there's some worldwide internet issues going on as we have international calls failing tonight. So I think this is a good place to call it, as you have made it inside the tower. And we will pick up right here in Tower Room number 8 in a couple weeks when we get back to Horde of the Dragon Queen. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight, everybody, and dealing with us with our struggles, putting up with it tonight with us. It was problematic at times, but hey, we made it through. Thanks so much to our players tonight, to Beryl, Diamond, Shrike, and Sam. Thank you all for being here tonight and playing such a wonderful game. I love y'all. Y'all are great, great, great role players, and I always have a blast with y'all. I really enjoyed this session getting you through the maze. It was a lot of fun. Don't forget, folks at home watching this live or recorded playback version, to check out all the links down in the description below, where you can join our Discord, our Patreon, buy our merch, tip us, support the channel however you want to, help us do bigger and better things. But the number one thing you can do right now is hit that subscription button. You hit that subscription button, help us get to 100 subs so that we can get a customizable YouTube link. And we're at 3,000 views. That's pretty awesome. And we're growing every week. So we're getting there. We just need a few more subs to help us along the way. You can do that. Hit that subscription button and ring the bell so you get notified every time we go live. Until next time, folks, we're the United Adventure Company. This has been Rise of Tiamat from the Tyranny of Dragons campaign setting. And we've had just the most wonderful time tonight. Thank you all for joining us. Until next time, we're the United Adventure Company. Stay out of our dungeons. Good night, everybody.